Tonight, you have nothing to do except rest. You can allow your body to settle, your breathing to soften, and your thoughts to drift as if they were leaves carried along by a slow and steady river. As you listen, you may discover new ideas and facts about the world of dreams and the vast landscape of the subconscious mind. Some of what you hear may be familiar, some may be surprising, but all of it is here to ease you gently into rest. Dreams have fascinated humanity since the very beginning of recorded history. For thousands of years, people have looked to their dreams for guidance, inspiration, and meaning. In ancient Mesopotamia, clay tablets recorded dream stories that people believed carried messages from the gods. Egyptian priests devoted entire temples to the practice of dream interpretation, where individuals would sleep and hope for visions that revealed answers to their waking concerns. The ancient Greeks and Romans also considered dreams a bridge between the human world and the divine. They believed that through dreams, the mind could travel to realms beyond ordinary life and glimpse truths otherwise hidden. Even today, across many cultures, dreams continue to hold deep symbolic and emotional weight, and people still share them in the quiet of morning, wondering what secret meaning might be held within. But what is a dream, really? At its most basic level, a dream is a sequence of thoughts, images, and sensations that occur in the mind during sleep. While that may sound simple, the truth is far more intricate. Our brains are active in complex ways during sleep, shifting between stages that alter the quality and intensity of dreaming. In particular, a stage known as rapid eye movement sleep, often abbreviated as REM sleep, is where our most vivid and memorable dreams occur. During this time, the body is deeply relaxed, muscles are still, yet the brain is buzzing with activity almost as if we were awake. The eyes flicker beneath closed lids, the heart rate changes, and the mind spins entire landscapes that feel real in the moment. Even though science has studied sleep for decades, the exact reason why we dream remains an ongoing mystery. Some researchers believe that dreaming is a way for the brain to process memories, organizing and storing the events of the day. Others suggest that dreams allow us to rehearse possible futures, to test different responses in a safe environment before we face real situations. Still, others think that dreams are simply byproducts of the brain's nightly housekeeping, strange images created as neurons fire and reset. Yet regardless of the explanation, there is something undeniably profound about the way dreams can move us, frighten us, inspire us, or leave us with lingering feelings long after we wake. Think about how many mornings you have opened your eyes with the memory of a dream still hovering like a shadow. Sometimes it is only a fragment, a face, or a place. Other times it is a full story with a beginning, middle, and end. Even when the details slip away, the emotions often remain. You may remember the rush of flying, the relief of reunion with a loved one, or the unease of being chased through a shifting landscape. Dreams have the power to affect our waking mood because the subconscious mind does not always distinguish between imagined events and real ones. What we experience in dreams can echo through the day, shaping how we feel, even when we cannot explain why. The subconscious mind itself is another mystery that has long captured human curiosity. It is the part of the mind that works quietly beneath the surface of conscious awareness. While you are awake and focused, you use the conscious mind to solve problems, make choices, and interact with the world. But beneath that surface, the subconscious mind is always active, guiding habits, storing memories, and influencing feelings. It is said that the subconscious mind holds far more information than we can ever keep in conscious thought, like a vast ocean beneath a small boat floating on the waves. Dreams may be one of the rare times when we glimpse that ocean directly, when buried memories, unspoken fears, and hidden desires rise into strange and symbolic forms. One gentle fact about the subconscious mind is that it never sleeps. Even as you rest deeply, your subconscious is still working. It controls your heartbeat, your breathing, your digestion, and countless other functions that keep you alive without effort. It also continues to sort through impressions, conversations, and sensations that you collected throughout the day. That is why sometimes, when you have struggled with a question or a problem while awake, the answer may suddenly appear to you in a dream. The subconscious has been working quietly in the background, piecing things together in ways the conscious mind could not manage. Another calming truth is that dreams often borrow from the ordinary details of daily life, yet weave them into extraordinary forms. You may see familiar places transformed into vast new landscapes. A simple object may hold surprising significance. A friend may appear but behave in ways that are unusual, as if carrying a message from a deeper part of your own mind. These dreamscapes may feel bizarre, but they are also deeply personal. They reflect the way your subconscious stores information, not as neat lines, but as layered impressions. There are countless stories of people who have drawn inspiration from dreams. Writers, artists, and scientists alike have awakened with new ideas that seem to spring from the dream world fully formed. The poet Samuel Taylor Coleridge once wrote of a dream that inspired an entire poem, though he woke before finishing it. The chemist Auguste Kekulé described a dream of a snake biting its own tail, which helped him realize the ring structure of the benzene molecule. Such stories remind us that the subconscious mind holds creativity and insight waiting to surface. Dreams may be the path that allows those hidden connections to reveal themselves. Even though we may never fully understand dreams, simply reflecting on them can be a soothing and meaningful practice. Allowing yourself to remember a dream upon waking, even if it is only a fragment, is like greeting a messenger from your deeper self. Writing it down or holding it in thought for a few quiet moments can open a space of wonder. And as you rest tonight, hearing these gentle facts and stories, you may find yourself drifting toward dreams of your own, shaped by your mind, guided by your subconscious, carrying you softly into the night. As you continue to rest and let your thoughts drift, we can begin to look more deeply into the patterns of sleep itself and how those patterns shape the world of dreams. Sleep is not simply one long stretch of unconscious rest. Instead, it unfolds in repeating cycles, each with its own rhythm and effect on the mind and body. These cycles are essential for physical renewal, for emotional balance, and for the creation of the dreamscapes that appear each night. When you first close your eyes and allow yourself to relax, your body begins to move gently into the earliest stage of sleep. This is the lightest form of rest, a fragile doorway between wakefulness and slumber. You may feel a sensation of drifting, as if you are floating on water, or you may experience brief twitches in your muscles as your brain begins to release its hold on the body. In this stage, the mind is still partly awake, but it begins to open the gate that leads into deeper rest. Many people recall half-formed images or fleeting thoughts here, like wisps of a dream that vanish almost as soon as they appear. From this threshold, the body sinks into the second stage, where the heartbeat slows, breathing becomes steady, and the temperature of the body lowers slightly. It is in this stage that your brain begins to filter out the noise of the outside world. Everyday distractions fade into the background, allowing your mind to rest more fully. If someone were to wake you during this time, you would know that you had been sleeping, but you might not remember any dreams. This is the stage that anchors much of the sleep cycle, providing a base from which the deeper phases can emerge. Then comes the third stage, often called deep sleep or slow wave sleep. Here, the body releases itself completely. Muscles are relaxed, the pulse is slow, and brain waves are long and deliberate, like gentle tides rolling across the shore. Deep sleep is vital for physical healing. During this stage, the body repairs tissues, strengthens the immune system, and consolidates energy for the coming day. Dreams that occur here tend to be less vivid and more fragmentary, yet the sense of restoration is powerful. Without deep sleep, the body cannot fully renew itself, and even the mind struggles to remain steady during the waking hours. The fourth and most fascinating stage is known as rapid eye movement sleep. It is here that dreams become vivid, emotional, and story-like. The eyes dart beneath closed lids, following the movements of the dream world. The heart rate rises slightly, breathing becomes irregular, and brain activity almost mirrors the waking state. Paradoxically, the body is paralyzed at this time, kept still by a natural system that prevents you from acting out your dreams. This mixture of an active brain and a resting body creates the perfect canvas for dreams to bloom. In rapid eye movement sleep, the subconscious mind paints entire landscapes, draws familiar faces, and weaves together fragments of memory with imagination. A single night of rest is made of several of these cycles, each lasting about 90 minutes. Over the course of a normal night, you may pass through 4 or 5 full cycles, each one dipping into deep sleep and rising again into rapid eye movement. Early in the night, deep sleep is more dominant, ensuring that your body is healed and renewed. Later in the night, rapid eye movement takes longer turns, which is why dreams often feel more intense or memorable toward the morning. By the time you wake, you have traveled through these stages again and again, carried on the natural rhythm of the sleep cycle. This cycle is not just a biological routine, it is a profound pattern that shapes your mental and emotional life. For instance, if you are deprived of rapid eye movement sleep, you may find yourself irritable, distracted, or unable to concentrate the next day. If you are deprived of deep sleep, you may feel physically exhausted and less able to fight off illness. Every stage has its purpose, and together they weave the tapestry of a healthy mind and body. Dreams emerge not at random, but as an essential part of this pattern, reflections of the brain's ongoing work. It is fascinating to think of how universal this cycle is. Across cultures, across languages, across every continent, every human being follows the same nightly journey. No matter who you are or where you live, your brain dips into the same stages, your body releases into the same rhythms, and your dreams rise out of the same mysterious depths. This shared experience connects all of humanity in a quiet, invisible way. As you rest, someone on the other side of the world may also be dreaming, their subconscious weaving its own story at the very same time. Science has studied these cycles by observing brain waves and tracking patterns in volunteers as they sleep. Electrodes placed gently on the scalp can measure the rise and fall of electrical activity, showing when the mind drifts from one stage to another. Through these studies, we have learned that rapid eye movement sleep is especially linked to memory consolidation and learning. When you study or practice something during the day, your brain continues to rehearse and organize that information during rapid eye movement dreams. This may explain why sometimes you wake with a clearer understanding or find that a problem you struggled with feels easier to solve. The dream world becomes a secret classroom where the subconscious mind continues its work. Children experience more rapid eye movement sleep than adults. This suggests that during childhood, when learning and growth are at their peak, the brain relies heavily on dreams to process and integrate the flood of new experiences. As people age, the amount of deep sleep and rapid eye movement sleep can decrease, which may partly explain why older adults sometimes experience lighter or more fragmented sleep. Still, the cycle remains, continuing its rhythm for as long as life itself. Dreams that emerge during rapid eye movement sleep often carry a strong emotional charge. The brain regions that process emotions are highly active during this time, which may be why dreams can feel so powerful, sometimes joyous, sometimes frightening, sometimes deeply strange. The subconscious mind uses this stage to work through feelings that may not find expression during the day. A worry left unspoken may appear in symbolic form. A hidden desire may play out in a dream landscape. Dreams are a safe theater, where the subconscious mind explores and experiments without real-world consequences. Think of how incredible it is that every night, without effort, you enter this shifting cycle. It is as natural as breathing, yet it holds mysteries that have puzzled philosophers and scientists for centuries. The mind, in its wisdom, requires both silence and story, both repair and imagination. Sleep is the silence, and dreams are the story. Together, they create balance. Without one, the other cannot fully serve its purpose. So, as you lie here listening, your body may be preparing for its own cycles tonight. Perhaps you will dip first into light sleep, then drift into the deeper waves, and finally rise into the colorful and unpredictable world of dreams. Perhaps you will awaken tomorrow with only a fragment of memory, or perhaps with the vivid journey still fresh in your mind. Whatever form it takes, know that your subconscious mind is guiding you through this natural rhythm, tending to your body and spirit as you rest. There is a kind of dream that feels different from all the others, a dream where you become aware that you are dreaming even while the dream is still happening. This is called lucid dreaming, and it is one of the most fascinating and mysterious states of mind that a person can experience. In a lucid dream, the dreamer realizes that the world around them is not real, yet they are still inside it. That realization opens the possibility of choice, of steering the dream in a new direction, of exploring the subconscious world with a gentle sense of control. Imagine lying asleep, your body resting deeply while your mind wanders through a dream. Perhaps you are walking in a city that looks familiar but also strange, or perhaps you are flying above a forest, the air cool and light around you. Suddenly, you notice something unusual. The buildings shimmer in impossible colors, or the trees bend in a way that no real tree could bend. In that moment, you might think to yourself, "This is a dream." With that thought, the dream becomes lucid. You are both participant and observer, aware of the illusion and yet still immersed in it. Lucid dreams can feel vivid, even more vivid than ordinary dreams. The colors seem brighter, the sensations sharper, the emotions more intense. Some people describe a sense of wonder, as if they are exploring a new world created entirely by the mind. Others feel an incredible freedom, realizing that they can shape the dream as they wish. They might choose to fly, to visit faraway places, to speak with long-lost friends, or to explore landscapes that could never exist in waking life. For a time, the boundaries of possibility dissolve. Scientists have studied lucid dreaming and found that it tends to happen during rapid eye movement sleep, the stage where the brain is most active and where ordinary dreams also occur. The difference is that in lucid dreams, certain areas of the brain linked to self-awareness and decision-making light up in unusual ways. It is almost as if a small part of the waking mind has joined the dream, creating a bridge between conscious thought and subconscious imagery. This is why lucid dreams feel different. They carry both the freedom of dreaming and the clarity of awareness. People have discovered many ways to increase the chance of experiencing a lucid dream. One method is to practice reality checks during the day. Simple habits that encourage the mind to question whether it is awake or dreaming. For instance, someone might look at their hands and ask, "Am I dreaming?" In waking life, the hands look ordinary. In dreams, they often appear distorted or changeable. By making this a daily habit, the question sometimes carries over into dreams, triggering lucidity when something seems off. Another approach is keeping a dream journal, writing down dreams immediately upon waking. This practice sharpens dream recall and increases awareness of recurring themes, which can later serve as signals inside a dream. Yet, even with practice, lucid dreaming remains rare for most people. Some may experience it only a few times in their lives, while others may learn to have them more regularly. Each lucid dream feels unique, shaped by the dreamer's subconscious desires, fears, and memories. In one moment, it might feel like an adventure. In another, it might feel like a deep conversation with some hidden part of the self. The subconscious mind has a way of weaving symbols that speak in a language beyond words, and lucid dreaming allows us to listen more closely. There are also practical benefits that people have explored through lucid dreaming. Some individuals use it as a way to confront fears or nightmares. For example, if a person is chased by a frightening figure in a dream, lucidity may allow them to turn and face it, realizing that it cannot harm them. This shift can reduce the emotional power of the nightmare and help the dreamer feel more at peace. Others have used lucid dreaming as a tool for creativity, sketching out ideas, melodies, or images in the dream world that they later bring into waking life. Artists, musicians, and inventors have all described the inspiration they found in lucid dreams, ideas that seem to flow from a deeper part of the mind. Still, lucid dreaming is not always easy to maintain. The moment of realizing that you are dreaming can be so exciting that it wakes you up. Or the dream may shift suddenly, pulling you back into ordinary dreaming before you can explore very far. Some people learn techniques to stabilize lucid dreams, such as spinning around within the dream or focusing intently on a detail like the texture of a wall or the feel of the ground beneath their feet. These actions can help anchor the dream, allowing it to last longer. Beyond the practical, lucid dreaming raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness. What does it mean to be aware within a dream? If the brain can create entire worlds that feel real, and if we can recognize and interact with those worlds knowingly, what does that reveal about the power of the mind? Some philosophers suggest that lucid dreaming blurs the line between waking and sleeping, showing that reality itself is partly shaped by perception. Others see it as evidence of the mind's incredible creativity, a reminder that imagination can feel as solid and convincing as the physical world. It is also worth remembering that not all lucid dreams need to be dramatic or extraordinary. Sometimes the simplest lucid dream can feel the most profound. Imagine sitting quietly in a dream garden, aware that it is not real, yet able to breathe in the scent of flowers, to hear the rustle of leaves, to feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. In that moment, you are resting inside your own imagination, and that rest can be deeply healing. The subconscious mind is offering a sanctuary, a place where you can pause and simply be. Even if you never experience lucid dreaming often, the very idea of it can be comforting. It shows us that the boundary between the conscious and subconscious is not fixed, that awareness can sometimes wander across the border. Dreams are not just shadows passing through the night. They are living experiences, rich with feeling and meaning, and every once in a while, they invite us to wake up inside them, to glimpse the mystery of our own minds in a clearer light. As you lie here now, listening and drifting, you may imagine yourself stepping gently into that lucid state. Perhaps you notice your surroundings shift, colors deepening, sounds softening, the air itself humming with possibility. Perhaps you look at your own hands and realize they are part of a dream. Or perhaps you simply allow the idea to rest within you, a reminder that the subconscious mind is vast and that awareness can bloom even in the quietest corners of sleep. Whether or not lucidity comes tonight, your dreams are carrying you gently where you need to go, weaving stories that reflect your inner world, guiding you through the night toward rest and renewal. As you continue to drift, let us turn to something many people wonder about. Why do certain themes seem to appear again and again in dreams, not only within one person's life, but across cultures and across generations? These repeating dream motifs may hold clues about how the subconscious mind speaks through imagery. While dreams are deeply personal, filled with fragments of daily experience and private memories, they also share common threads. These threads weave through humanity, connecting us through shared stories that rise in the night. One of the most frequent dream themes is flying. In dreams, people often find themselves rising gently into the sky, gliding above cities, forests, or endless seas. The sensation of flight can feel liberating, a release from gravity and from the ordinary rules of life. Some interpret these dreams as expressions of freedom or empowerment, moments when the subconscious mind allows us to transcend limitations. Others see them as the mind's playful invention, a way to explore what is impossible in waking life. Whatever their origin, flying dreams leave behind a lingering memory of wonder, as if we have touched something boundless within ourselves. Another common dream is being chased. Many people recall running through winding streets or shadowed forests, pursued by a figure they cannot fully see. Sometimes it is a stranger, sometimes a beast, sometimes simply a vague sense of threat. These dreams can feel intense, stirring fear even after waking. Psychologists suggest that such dreams may reflect unresolved anxieties or pressures. The pursuer may symbolize a worry, a responsibility, or even a hidden part of the self that feels overwhelming. Yet the dream is not only about fear. It is also about the instinct to survive, to keep moving forward, to seek safety even when danger feels close. In that sense, being chased in a dream can be a rehearsal for facing challenges in life. Dreams of falling are equally widespread. You may have felt that sudden drop, the ground rushing up, only to wake with a jolt. Falling dreams are sometimes linked to feelings of insecurity or loss of control, as though something in life has shifted beneath your feet. Yet they may also be connected to the body itself, to the physical sensation of muscles relaxing as you sink deeper into sleep. In either case, the dream of falling reminds us of the delicate balance between holding on and letting go. Many people also dream of arriving unprepared. They might find themselves taking a test with no knowledge of the subject, giving a speech without notes, or walking into a room without proper clothing. These dreams stir feelings of vulnerability and exposure, reflecting the human fear of failure or judgment. They are reminders of how much importance we place on being ready, on being accepted by others. At the same time, they can also be understood as gentle prompts from the subconscious, asking us to acknowledge our insecurities and treat them with compassion. There are also dreams of teeth falling out, surprisingly common across different cultures. The sensation of teeth loosening or crumbling can be unsettling. Some believe these dreams relate to concerns about appearance or aging. Others suggest they symbolize a fear of losing power or voice, since teeth are linked to how we eat and speak. Whatever the interpretation, such dreams reveal how deeply the subconscious mind draws from the body itself, turning ordinary features into symbols of deeper feelings. Water appears often in dreams, in many forms. It may be a calm lake reflecting the sky, a rushing river carrying you downstream, or a vast ocean stretching without end. Water is a universal symbol, often linked to emotion and the subconscious itself. A dream of clear, still water may reflect peace and clarity, while stormy waves may mirror inner turmoil. To dream of swimming or diving is to immerse oneself in the depths of feeling, to explore what lies beneath the surface of daily awareness. Just as water sustains life, water in dreams sustains meaning, always shifting, always flowing. Dreams of being lost are also familiar. You may wander through endless hallways, unfamiliar cities, or forests that seem to grow with each step. The feeling of not knowing where to go or how to return can echo waking experiences of uncertainty. Such dreams often appear during times of transition, when choices are unclear or paths feel hidden. The subconscious mind may use the image of being lost not as a punishment, but as an honest reflection of the inner state, a way of saying that it is natural to search, to not always know the way. Meeting loved ones who have passed is another powerful dream theme. In these dreams, people often feel an overwhelming sense of presence, as if the departed are truly near. Conversations may occur, embraces may be shared, and the emotions can be so strong that they linger long after waking. Some interpret these dreams as the subconscious offering comfort, allowing the dreamer to process grief and feel connection once more. Others see them as something beyond psychology, as visits from souls. Regardless of belief, the experience carries healing weight, showing the deep bond between memory, emotion, and the dream state. Animals appear frequently in dreams as well. A cat may slip through a doorway, a bird may soar across the sky, or a dog may walk loyally at your side. These dream animals often carry symbolic meaning, reflecting traits we associate with them. A lion might symbolize strength, a snake might symbolize transformation, a horse might symbolize freedom. But animals may also simply be companions, drawn from daily life, their presence reminding us of the connections we share with other beings on this earth. There are also dreams of transformation, where the dreamer changes form or where objects shift suddenly into something else. You may find yourself with wings or see a familiar house turn into a vast cathedral. Such transformations remind us that dreams are not bound by physical laws. They are fluid, like thought itself, always able to become something new. These dreams may reflect the subconscious experimenting with identity, exploring possibilities, or expressing the natural creativity of the mind. What is striking is that so many people, across so many different times and places, experience these same kinds of dreams. It suggests that the human mind carries certain shared symbols, patterns that emerge regardless of culture or language. Some have called this the collective subconscious, a deeper layer of the mind that connects us all. Whether or not that is literally true, the similarity of dream themes shows that our inner lives are not as separate as we might think. We all know the feeling of falling, of flying, of being lost, of being chased, of finding ourselves face to face with what we cannot explain. As you listen now, perhaps one of these dream themes stirs a memory in you. Perhaps you recall your own flying dream, or the strange relief of waking from a nightmare of pursuit. Maybe you remember the shimmering water of a dream ocean, or the warmth of seeing someone you missed. These memories, even faint, are reminders that your subconscious is always speaking, always weaving stories from the fabric of experience. To notice them is to listen more closely to yourself, to honor the quiet messages of the night. The themes of dreams are not puzzles to be solved once and for all. They are invitations to reflection, to wonder, and to compassion for the hidden parts of yourself. As you continue to rest tonight, allow these images to drift gently through your thoughts, not as riddles demanding answers, but as gentle symbols rising and fading like clouds across a moonlit sky. Your subconscious mind will guide you where you need to go, carrying you deeper into rest and perhaps into dreams of your own that echo these timeless patterns. As the night deepens, there are dreams that do not always soothe. Instead of lifting us into skies or leading us into quiet waters, some dreams pull us into darker landscapes filled with unease and fear. These are nightmares, and while they can startle us awake, they are also an essential part of how the subconscious mind works. To understand nightmares is to understand the language of fear itself, a language that the sleeping mind speaks in images and sensations rather than in words. Nightmares have been part of human experience for as long as dreams have been remembered. In ancient times, people believed that nightmares were caused by spirits or forces pressing down on the chest of the sleeper. Folklore described shadowy figures or demons sitting upon the bed, leaving the dreamer gasping for breath. Today we know that nightmares arise not from outside beings, but from the intricate work of the mind. Yet, even now, the old stories capture something true about how vivid and heavy nightmares can feel. A nightmare often begins like any other dream, with scenes that shift from ordinary to strange. You may find yourself walking through a familiar place when suddenly it grows dark, or you may notice a sense of threat with no clear source. The dream may place you in situations of danger, of pursuit, of helplessness. You might try to run but feel your legs move too slowly, or you might try to speak but find no voice comes out. These sensations echo deep human fears, fears of being trapped, of being powerless, of being unable to protect ourselves. Why does the subconscious create such unsettling stories? One explanation is that nightmares serve as rehearsals. They allow the brain to practice responding to threats in a safe environment. Just as animals in the wild prepare for danger, the human mind may use nightmares to sharpen instincts and coping strategies. When you wake from a nightmare, your heart racing and your breath fast, it may feel unpleasant, but the experience may also strengthen your ability to face stress when awake. Another explanation is that nightmares are the mind's way of processing strong emotions that have not been fully acknowledged. If you carry worry, grief, or anger during the day, those feelings may find their way into dreams at night. The subconscious does not always speak directly. Instead, it creates symbols, turning emotions into figures and places that embody them. A nightmare can therefore be understood as the subconscious trying to express what is hidden. By confronting those images, even in sleep, you are indirectly facing the feelings they represent. Recurring nightmares are particularly powerful. Some people dream of the same frightening situation again and again, sometimes for years. This repetition suggests that the subconscious is returning to an unresolved issue, bringing it back into view until it is addressed. While this can be troubling, it can also be an invitation to healing. To explore what the nightmare symbolizes is to listen more deeply to the hidden parts of yourself. Even if the dream itself feels terrifying, the act of noticing it and reflecting on it can be a step toward understanding. Children often experience nightmares more frequently than adults. Their minds are absorbing vast amounts of new information, and they are still learning to manage emotions. Nightmares may help them sort through fears and experiences that feel overwhelming. Comfort from parents or caregivers after a nightmare helps reassure the child not only in the moment, but also in the deeper sense that fear can be faced and soothed. Adults, too, benefit from comfort after nightmares, whether it is self-compassion, reflection, or simply acknowledging that fear is part of being human. There are also nightmares linked to traumatic experiences. For people who have endured great distress, dreams may replay fragments of the event, sometimes with exact detail, sometimes in symbolic form. These nightmares can feel especially intense and may repeat night after night. While painful, they are the mind's attempt to integrate the overwhelming memory. Healing often comes slowly, through support, care, and sometimes professional guidance. Yet even here, the presence of nightmares shows that the subconscious is working hard to process what has been too much for the conscious mind to carry alone. Some nightmares are less about direct fear and more about discomfort or unease. You may dream of confusion, of being unable to find your way, of endless tasks that never finish. These are softer nightmares, carrying not terror, but tension. They remind us that stress and worry are woven into daily life, and that the subconscious will sometimes magnify them in sleep. Such dreams can serve as gentle signals, nudging us to notice where in life we are carrying too much burden. There are also dreams that straddle the line between nightmare and vision. Dreams of natural disasters, of storms or fires, can be frightening, yet they may also carry awe. In such dreams, the dreamer is confronted not only with fear, but with the raw power of nature. These images remind us of forces larger than ourselves, both in the outer world and within the inner mind. The subconscious may use them to remind us of humility, of respect for what we cannot control, and of the strength we can discover in facing the unknown. What is important to remember is that nightmares, though disturbing, are not punishments. They are part of the natural landscape of dreaming. They are signposts placed by the subconscious to point us toward feelings that need attention, toward challenges that require strength, or toward parts of the self that remain in shadow. When you wake from a nightmare, it may be tempting to push it aside, but often it can help to sit quietly with it, to recall the images without judgment, to ask gently what they might mean. Some people find relief by transforming their relationship with nightmares. Through practices like lucid dreaming, they learn to recognize when a nightmare is occurring and to change its course. They may turn to face the pursuer, to shine a light into the darkness, or to fly above the danger. Even without lucidity, simply remembering that a nightmare is a dream can ease the fear it brings. In waking life, speaking the nightmare aloud, writing it down, or reflecting on its meaning can also reduce its power. Though nightmares can wake you with a racing heart, they are part of the same mysterious process that creates the most beautiful and soothing dreams. They remind us that the subconscious is not only a place of comfort, but also a place of honesty. It holds not just joy, but also fear, not just beauty, but also shadow. To dream fully is to experience the whole range of the inner world. And by allowing those experiences, even the frightening ones, we come to know ourselves more deeply. So, as you listen and rest tonight, remember that even if nightmares appear, they are not enemies. They are messages written in the language of the subconscious, carried to you by the night. They may startle you awake, but they can also guide you gently toward healing, resilience, and understanding. Let them drift like passing storms, intense but temporary, clearing the way for calmer skies. In this way, even nightmares can serve as companions on the journey of sleep, teaching us about fear, about courage, and about the hidden strength of the dreaming mind. As we drift further into this journey through sleep and dreams, it is time to look more closely at the subconscious mind itself and the way it quietly manages the endless flow of memory. The subconscious mind is like an ocean beneath the surface of awareness, vast, mysterious, and always moving. While the conscious mind notices only a small stream of thoughts at any given moment, the subconscious is storing, sorting, and shaping everything we experience. Every sound we hear, every sight we see, every feeling we carry, all of it is recorded and organized in ways we may never fully realize. During the day, the conscious mind takes in constant streams of information. Conversations, work, emotions, and daily tasks all pass through the focus of attention. Yet, this is only a fraction of what truly enters the brain. Beneath the surface, the subconscious is collecting the details. The tone of a voice, the flicker of light in a room, the rhythm of footsteps on the street, all of it leaves impressions that the subconscious gathers. You may not remember them clearly, but they are stored in that vast inner library, waiting until they are needed or transformed into the language of dreams. Sleep is when this great library is reorganized. The brain begins to sift through the events of the day, deciding what to keep, what to let go, and what to connect with older memories. In a way, sleep is like a nightly cleaning and reshaping of the mind. Experiences are filed away, connections are strengthened, and unnecessary clutter is cleared out. This process is why you may feel mentally sharper after a good night of rest. It is also why dreams often seem to draw from the events of the day. The subconscious is working with fresh material, weaving it into the ongoing story of your life. Memories are not stored as simple recordings. Instead, they are broken down into fragments and patterns. The subconscious mind takes these fragments and weaves them into networks, linking new experiences with old ones. That is why a scent, a song, or a small detail can suddenly trigger a memory from years ago. The subconscious has linked them together, creating pathways that allow the past to rise into the present. Dreams often show this process at work. They mix times, places, and people in ways that seem strange, but are actually reflections of how memories are stored and connected. The subconscious is not only a storehouse, but also a guide. It influences decisions, shapes habits, and affects how we respond to the world. Many of the choices we make each day are guided more by subconscious patterns than by conscious thought. This is not a flaw but a design. The subconscious allows us to act quickly and efficiently without needing to analyze every detail. You know how to walk, how to breathe, how to ride a bicycle, or how to speak without consciously thinking of every movement. These patterns live in the subconscious, freeing the conscious mind for other tasks. Dreams give us a glimpse of this hidden guide. They often bring forward memories or feelings that have been buried, showing us what the conscious mind has overlooked. For example, you may dream about someone you have not thought of in years, only to realize that something in your current life reminded you of them. Or you may dream about a worry that you tried to push aside during the day, as the subconscious insists on bringing it back into awareness. Dreams are like letters from the subconscious, written in symbols and stories that carry meaning beyond the surface. The relationship between memory and dreaming is especially clear when we consider how learning is reinforced in sleep. Studies have shown that when people practice a skill during the day, whether it is playing music, solving problems, or learning new words, their performance improves after a night of sleep. This suggests that the subconscious mind continues to rehearse and strengthen the learning while we dream. You may not be aware of it, but your brain is repeating patterns, storing them more firmly, and weaving them into the web of memory. Dreams that seem unrelated may actually be reflecting this hidden work. The subconscious is also deeply connected to emotion. When something important happens, whether joyful or painful, the emotional weight of the event is stored alongside the memory. This is why certain memories feel vivid even years later. They are not just facts, they are experiences wrapped in feeling. During sleep, the subconscious works to balance these emotional memories, softening some, strengthening others. Dreams often reflect this process. They may replay an event with heightened emotion, or they may present a symbolic scene that represents the underlying feeling. By doing so, the subconscious is helping the mind process and integrate the experience. Sometimes, dreams reveal how the subconscious is trying to resolve conflicts between old and new information. You may dream of being in two places at once or of trying to choose between two paths. These images mirror the mind's effort to reconcile contradictions, to find a way forward. The subconscious mind is like a patient storyteller, presenting these inner struggles in symbolic form until the conscious mind is ready to understand. Even if you do not remember the dream, the work continues, and over time you may notice that a problem feels lighter, or that clarity arises where confusion once lingered. Another gentle truth is that the subconscious never forgets completely. Even memories that seem lost remain stored in its depths. That is why a song or a photograph can suddenly bring back details you thought were gone. Dreams sometimes act as doorways to these hidden memories. They bring back faces from childhood, places from long ago, or moments that seemed buried. These dream fragments remind us that nothing is truly erased. The subconscious carries the entire history of who we are, layered like pages in an endless book. The subconscious mind is also playful. It does not always present memories in logical order. Instead, it mixes them freely, creating surprising combinations. You may dream of an old school friend standing in your current workplace, or of your childhood home filled with people you just met. These blends may seem strange, but they are the subconscious experimenting, testing connections, and exploring meaning. In this way, dreams are not only reflections of memory, but also exercises in creativity, showing us new ways of seeing familiar things. As you lie here tonight, your subconscious mind is already preparing to do its work. It will gather the events of your day, sift through your emotions, and weave them into the fabric of memory. It may present you with dreams that feel puzzling, joyful, or unsettling, but each one is part of a larger process. Your subconscious is guiding you gently, shaping your inner world while you rest. Even if you do not remember the dreams upon waking, trust that the work is being done. To think of the subconscious is to think of a quiet companion who is always with you, watching, storing, guiding. It is a vast part of yourself that never rests, always tending to the countless threads of memory and feeling. And in dreams, it offers you glimpses of its work, little windows into the ocean beneath the surface. As you surrender to sleep tonight, you can take comfort in knowing that this companion is there, steady and patient, shaping your inner life with care. As we continue this gentle journey through the mysteries of the dreaming mind, it is time to explore the powerful connection between dreams, creativity, and problem-solving. Throughout history, countless people have described how dreams inspired them with new ideas, how solutions to difficult problems surfaced in the quiet of the night, and how imagination in dreams flowed in ways that waking thought could not achieve. This link between creativity and dreaming is one of the most beautiful gifts of the subconscious mind, a reminder that rest is not only for recovery but also for discovery. When you dream, your mind is free from the usual constraints of waking logic. The conscious mind, which often insists on order and practicality, loosens its grip. In its place, the subconscious mind weaves connections more freely, blending memories, images, and emotions into new patterns. This freedom is fertile ground for creativity. Without the rules of waking thought, the mind can experiment, imagine, and invent. Dreams are like a playground where the subconscious tries out ideas without fear of failure, shaping visions that sometimes carry over into the waking world. Many artists and writers have spoken of inspiration that came in dreams. Painters have described waking with images that seem to demand to be put on canvas. Writers have recalled stories that unfolded in dreams like plays upon a stage. Musicians have heard melodies in sleep that later became real songs. These experiences suggest that dreams are not only personal stories, but also wells of creativity that rise from deep within. The subconscious is always storing impressions, and in dreams, it releases them in ways that can surprise and inspire. Scientists and inventors have also benefited from the problem-solving power of dreams. There are stories of discoveries that seemed impossible until the answer appeared in sleep. What happens in these cases is that the subconscious mind continues working on problems even after the conscious mind has set them aside. During the day, you may struggle, feeling stuck or blocked. But at night, as you sleep, the subconscious keeps searching, rearranging information, and testing possibilities. In the dream state, where logic is softer and imagination is freer, the solution may suddenly appear. When you wake, it feels as if the answer came from nowhere, but it was the patient work of the subconscious mind. Even if dreams do not always provide full solutions, they often bring fresh perspectives. You may dream of a situation in symbolic form, allowing you to see it differently. A challenge at work may appear as a maze in a dream, reminding you that patience and persistence will lead to the way out. A conflict with someone may appear as a storm that passes, suggesting that emotions can clear with time. These dream symbols do not always provide exact answers, but they open doors to new ways of thinking. Children often show how naturally creativity flows in dreams. Their dreams are filled with magical creatures, endless adventures, and playful transformations. Because their waking minds are less bound by strict logic, their dream worlds mirror this openness. They create without hesitation, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. Adults, too, carry this potential, though it may be less obvious. By paying attention to dreams, by remembering them, and reflecting on them, we can reconnect with that childlike creativity, letting imagination flow more freely. Some people practice what is called dream incubation, a gentle technique to invite the subconscious mind to focus on a particular problem or question before sleep. The idea is simple. You spend a few quiet moments thinking about the problem, perhaps even writing it down, and then you go to bed with the intention of dreaming about it. While this does not always work, it sometimes leads to dreams that reflect or even resolve the issue. It is as if the subconscious responds to the invitation, weaving the concern into the dream in search of an answer. The creative link between dreams and waking life is also seen in how dreams can stir emotion. A powerful dream can leave you with feelings that inspire action, whether it is joy, sorrow, or awe. These emotions can fuel creative work, giving energy to writing, painting, or music. Dreams often touch feelings that are hidden in waking life, and by stirring them, they release the energy needed for expression. Many great works of art and literature carry within them the echo of dreams, shaped by the power of the subconscious. It is also worth noting that not all dream creativity is grand or world-changing. Sometimes it is simple and personal. You may dream of a color combination that inspires your morning choice of clothes. You may dream of a phrase that lingers and later becomes part of your writing. You may dream of a solution to a small household problem. These small moments are just as meaningful, showing how the subconscious quietly enriches daily life. Problem-solving in dreams does not always come in direct form. Sometimes the dream simply refreshes the mind, allowing you to see the problem more clearly upon waking. The rest and reorganization that occurred during sleep clear away clutter, making it easier to think with clarity. Other times, the dream may distract entirely, leading you through unrelated stories that lighten your mood. When you wake, the problem feels less heavy, and with that relief, the solution may come naturally. The subconscious mind is endlessly resourceful. It draws from everything you have ever seen, heard, or felt. Even if you think you have forgotten, the subconscious remembers. This vast storehouse becomes the raw material for dreams. By mixing and reshaping this material, the subconscious offers new patterns, new images, and new ideas. Some may vanish upon waking, others may linger, and a few may shine brightly enough to change the course of your day, or even your life. Creativity itself is often about making connections between things that seem unrelated. Dreams are experts at this, linking memories and ideas in surprising ways. A dream may place you in a childhood setting alongside someone you just met, linking past and present. It may combine elements of nature and technology, creating visions that spark innovation. These unusual connections can feel strange in the dream, but upon reflection, they may inspire original thought. The subconscious shows us that creativity is not always about inventing something new, but about seeing familiar things in new ways. As you rest tonight, your dreams may be shaping ideas without your awareness. They may be rehearsing problems, weaving symbols, or creating images that could later spark inspiration. Whether or not you remember them, the subconscious is at work, guiding creativity and gently offering solutions. Dreams remind us that imagination is not confined to waking life. It flows continuously, sometimes visible, sometimes hidden, but always present. So if you are searching for answers or longing for inspiration, know that sleep itself is part of the process. By letting go, by trusting the rhythm of rest, you give your subconscious the space to explore. And when you wake, you may find that clarity has arrived, that creativity has bloomed, that a solution has taken shape. Dreams are not only stories to pass the night, they are companions in your journey of growth, of creation, and of discovery. And tonight, as you drift deeper, your mind is working quietly and beautifully, shaping worlds of imagination and bringing light to the path ahead. Dreams are not only personal experiences, but also cultural ones. Across centuries and across continents, people have looked to their dreams for guidance, wisdom, and meaning. Myths, rituals, and traditions about dreaming can be found in nearly every culture, each shaped by unique beliefs, yet united by the recognition that dreams matter. The subconscious has always been a mystery, and societies have sought to explain it through the language of story, spirit, and symbolism. In the ancient world, dreams were often considered messages from beyond. In Mesopotamia, the earliest known civilization to record dreams, clay tablets were etched with accounts of visions seen in the night. These were not regarded as random stories, but as communications from the gods. Kings and priests consulted dream interpreters who studied the symbols carefully, believing that the future could be glimpsed through them. For the people of that time, dreams were sacred bridges between mortal lives and divine realms. In ancient Egypt, dreams were woven into spiritual practice. Egyptians believed that the gods could visit in sleep, offering healing or prophecy. Special temples were built where people would sleep in the hope of receiving dreams filled with guidance. These temples were known as houses of healing through dreams. Within their walls, the sleeping mind was honored as a place where higher powers could speak. Dreams were written down and studied, and entire books of interpretation were created to explain their symbols. To the Egyptians, dreams were not only personal, but communal, a shared channel between humanity and the divine. The ancient Greeks also gave dreams a place of honor. They believed dreams could foretell the future and provide insight into health. The god of dreams was called Morpheus, a figure who shaped visions in the night. Temples known as Asclepions invited people to sleep within their chambers, where dreams were sought for healing guidance. Greek philosophers, too, reflected on the nature of dreams. Aristotle considered dreams to be natural extensions of thought, while others believed they were gifts from beyond. Even today, the language of dreams retains the echo of these old beliefs. In indigenous traditions across the Americas, dreams hold profound spiritual significance. Many communities see dreams as journeys of the soul, travels to other realms where wisdom can be gathered. In some traditions, dream catchers were created to filter harmful dreams and allow only good ones to flow through. In others, dream visions were part of initiation, guiding young people into adulthood with messages from ancestors or spirits. These traditions remind us that dreams are not only inner experiences, but also connections to family, community, and the natural world. In ancient China, dreams were seen as reflections of balance between body, mind, and spirit. Traditional Chinese thought linked dreams to the movement of energy within the body, known as qi. Dreams could reveal imbalances in health or offer clues about emotional states. They were also thought to allow journeys of the soul, traveling beyond the body during sleep. In Chinese culture, dream interpretation became an art, with manuals written to guide the reading of dream symbols. Such traditions reveal how deeply dreams were woven into daily life and understanding. In India, dreams were considered part of spiritual practice as well. Ancient texts describe dreams as one of the 4 states of consciousness, alongside waking, deep sleep, and higher awareness. Dreams were seen as windows into karma and the hidden workings of the soul. Some dreams were said to carry messages about destiny or moral guidance, while others reflected desires or illusions. The practice of yoga even included teachings about dreams, encouraging awareness within them as a step toward enlightenment. This perspective treats dreams not only as personal events, but as paths to spiritual growth. In medieval Europe, dreams often carried a sense of the supernatural. They were sometimes seen as warnings from heaven or temptations from darker forces. Religious leaders debated whether dreams were messages from angels, from demons, or from the restless mind. Dream interpretation manuals circulated widely, blending Christian symbolism with older traditions. Ordinary people, too, shared and pondered their dreams, often linking them to omens or to decisions about daily life. The medieval view reflected both fear and reverence for the mysterious power of dreams. In more recent times, cultural fascination with dreams has continued in new forms. In the 19th and 20th centuries, psychology brought new interpretations. Dreams were no longer seen as messages from gods, but as expressions of the subconscious. Thinkers suggested that dreams revealed hidden desires or unresolved conflicts. Though the explanations shifted, the importance of dreams remained. They were still treated as meaningful, as windows into something deeper than ordinary thought. Even today, cultural beliefs about dreams remain diverse. In some parts of the world, dreams are still considered sacred messages. In others, they are seen as entertainment, curiosities to be shared over morning coffee. Some people treat them as clues to health, while others see them as creative sparks. What is remarkable is that no culture has ever dismissed dreams as meaningless. Across all times and places, people have recognized that dreams hold significance, even if they disagree about what that significance is. These cultural traditions reveal something about the human relationship with the subconscious. Dreams have always been a way of reaching beyond the visible world, of seeking answers in the invisible. They connect us to mystery, to spirit, to imagination. They remind us that life is not only what we see and touch, but also what we feel and sense within. Whether interpreted as divine messages, as spiritual journeys, or as subconscious expressions, dreams have always been honored as more than just fragments of sleep. It is soothing to think of how humanity shares this. Imagine people in ancient temples waiting for healing dreams, or children in indigenous communities waking with stories of dream journeys, or philosophers in Greece pondering the meaning of visions, or families in medieval villages wondering what an unusual dream might foretell. All of these lives, across centuries, share the same nightly experience of drifting into the subconscious and waking with stories from within. In this way, dreams connect us not only to ourselves, but also to the long chain of humanity. As you rest tonight, your dreams will join this ancient tradition. They will rise from your subconscious just as they have for countless people before you. They may carry symbols from your life, emotions from your day, or echoes from something deeper. And whether you choose to interpret them or simply let them pass, they will still be part of that timeless human experience. You are connected to all those who have dreamed before, to all those who dream now, and to all those who will dream in the future. So let your mind drift peacefully into that shared mystery. Know that when you dream, you are not alone. You are part of a story that humanity has been telling since the beginning of memory. Dreams are the language of the subconscious, and across every culture, they have been honored as something more than sleep. Tonight, as your subconscious begins to weave its own visions, may you feel that connection, and may you rest in the comfort of knowing that dreams are not only yours, but part of the great tapestry of human experience. Not all dreams follow familiar patterns. Some dreams bring with them experiences that are unusual, unsettling, or even mysterious. Among these are phenomena such as false awakenings and sleep paralysis, moments where the boundaries between dreaming and waking seem to blur. These experiences remind us of how delicate the balance is between sleep and consciousness, and how the subconscious mind sometimes pulls us into places that feel both real and dreamlike at once. A false awakening is a dream in which you believe you have woken up, only to realize later that you are still dreaming. The sensation can be so convincing that many people describe getting out of bed, walking through their home, and beginning their day before discovering that it was all part of the dream. Sometimes this realization comes when something unusual happens, such as seeing a familiar object appear in the wrong place or noticing that time seems distorted. Other times, the dream may even repeat itself, with multiple false awakenings layered one after another, each feeling more real than the last. The experience of a false awakening can be disorienting, but it also reveals the power of the subconscious mind. The brain is able to recreate the details of waking life so vividly that the dreamer cannot tell the difference. The sound of footsteps on the floor, the sight of sunlight through a window, the weight of a blanket, all of these can be mimicked in such lifelike detail that the dream feels indistinguishable from reality. It is a reminder that the mind does not need the outer world to generate convincing experiences. It can build entire realities within itself. False awakenings are often linked to moments of stress or anticipation. When the mind is preoccupied, it may simulate waking in order to rehearse the coming day. This can happen before important events such as examinations, interviews, or journeys. The subconscious seems to prepare by creating a rehearsal of waking life, though in doing so it confuses the dreamer. Yet, even in this confusion, the phenomenon shows the mind's ability to blend waking and dreaming seamlessly, crafting a liminal space where one flows into the other. Another striking phenomenon is sleep paralysis. This occurs when the mind begins to wake while the body remains in the natural paralysis of rapid eye movement sleep. In this state, the dreamer is aware, sometimes even with eyes open, but unable to move. The experience can be frightening, especially when accompanied by dreamlike imagery. Many people describe sensing a presence in the room, hearing footsteps, or seeing shapes at the edge of vision. These experiences can feel intensely real, even though they arise from the subconscious blending dream imagery with the waking state. Throughout history, sleep paralysis has inspired myths and stories. In many cultures, it was explained as spirits or dark figures pressing upon the sleeper, a belief that captured the vivid sense of weight and presence that often accompanies it. Today, we understand it as a natural part of sleep, a moment when the body's protective stillness overlaps with partial waking. Though unsettling, it is not harmful. In fact, it reveals the fascinating boundary between the conscious and subconscious, where both are active at once. While sleep paralysis is often remembered with unease, some people use the state as a doorway into lucid dreaming or out-of-body experiences. By relaxing into the paralysis rather than resisting it, they allow the dream world to return more fully, stepping from the edge of waking back into the imaginative landscapes of the subconscious. This practice requires calmness and trust, as fear can intensify the sensations. Yet, for those who succeed, it becomes another way of exploring the mind's hidden realms. Another curious dream phenomenon is the recurring dream. These are dreams that repeat over time, sometimes for weeks, sometimes for years. They may carry the same settings, the same characters, or the same storylines. Recurring dreams often reflect issues that the subconscious is still working to resolve. A dream of being back in school, for instance, may recur whenever you face pressure or evaluation in waking life. A dream of being unable to find your way may appear during times of uncertainty. These repetitions are the subconscious mind's way of returning again and again to themes that remain important. Prophetic dreams, too, have been reported across cultures and history. These are dreams that seem to foretell future events, sometimes in detail, sometimes in symbolic form. While there is much debate about their nature, what is clear is that the subconscious can sometimes notice patterns that the conscious mind overlooks. By weaving these patterns into dreams, the subconscious may appear to anticipate what is to come. Whether or not this is truly prophetic, the experience of such dreams leaves a deep impression, reminding us of the mysterious intelligence within. Some people also describe dreams within dreams, layered experiences where one dream flows into another. A person may dream of waking only to find themselves in yet another dream, sometimes several layers deep. This creates a sense of infinite unfolding, of never quite reaching the surface of reality. While such dreams can feel confusing, they also reveal the mind's capacity to generate complex layers of awareness, each one convincing, each one immersive. Another unusual experience is hypnagogic imagery, the vivid flashes of light, sound, or vision that occur as you drift into sleep. These images may be abstract patterns, voices, or fragments of scenes. They are not full dreams, but brief glimpses of the subconscious beginning to take hold. Many people recall hearing their name spoken or feeling a sudden jolt as they fall asleep. These experiences are harmless and often creative, giving the subconscious a chance to show itself in fleeting, colorful ways. Together, these phenomena remind us that dreams are not simple stories, but intricate states of consciousness. The line between dreaming and waking is not sharp, but soft, with moments where both overlap. False awakenings, sleep paralysis, recurring dreams, prophetic visions, layered dreams, and hypnagogic images all show the variety of experiences the mind can create. Each one is a reminder that consciousness is flexible, that it can shift and expand in ways we rarely notice in ordinary life. As you listen now, perhaps you recall your own unusual dream experiences. Maybe you have woken in a dream, convinced that you were beginning your day. Maybe you have felt the weight of sleep paralysis or the strange awe of seeing something impossible in a dream. These memories may bring curiosity or even unease, but they also connect you to the universal mystery of the subconscious mind. All humans share these possibilities, and they reveal how extraordinary the inner world can be. So tonight, As you drift into sleep, allow yourself to be open to whatever the subconscious may bring. Perhaps your dreams will be ordinary, carrying gentle fragments of daily life. Or perhaps they will surprise you with unusual phenomena, reminding you of the vast range of the dreaming mind. Whatever arises, know that it is all part of the same natural process, the same quiet work of the subconscious guiding you through the night. And with that thought, you may rest more deeply, trusting that your mind will carry you safely through every layer of sleep and every dream it chooses to weave. As we continue to drift through the world of dreams, it becomes clear that dreams are not sealed away from the outer world. Even while you are resting deeply, sounds, sensations, and influences from your surroundings can slip into the fabric of the dream. The subconscious mind is highly receptive, and during sleep it blends these signals into the stories it creates. In this way, the world outside and the world inside are never entirely separate. The dream is like a tapestry, and the threads of sound, touch, and feeling from the waking environment are sometimes woven into its patterns. Imagine falling asleep in a quiet room where rain is tapping gently on the window. As you sleep, the sound of raindrops may become the sound of footsteps in your dream, or it may transform into a stream flowing through a dream landscape. The subconscious mind does not ignore the sound. Instead, it absorbs it, reshaping it into an element that fits the dream narrative. This is why people often wake to realize that an outside noise had been echoing through their dreams in surprising forms. Touch also finds its way into the dreaming mind. If a blanket slips slightly during the night, the subconscious may translate the sensation into a dream of cool wind or of moving through water. If the body is uncomfortable, perhaps from lying in one position too long, the dream may weave images of being trapped, pressed, or weighed down. On the other hand, comfort and warmth may shape dreams of safe spaces, of glowing fires, or of resting in gentle sunlight. The subconscious uses the signals of the body to build landscapes that reflect them. Smell and taste, though less frequent, can also influence dreams. A faint aroma of food drifting from another room may inspire a dream of a feast. The scent of flowers may create dream gardens, while an unpleasant odor may stir darker or stranger dream scenes. Though these senses are less often reported in dreams, when they do appear, they can be powerful, linking the subconscious directly to the physical world through memory and association. One of the most striking examples of outer influence is when alarms or sudden noises enter the dream. Many people have experienced dreaming of sirens, bells, or voices, only to wake and realize that the alarm clock was ringing. The subconscious weaves the sound into the dream, often in a way that fits the ongoing story, until the waking mind pulls free. Sometimes this blending is seamless, with the sound becoming part of the dream world for several moments before awareness shifts. Temperature is another influence that shapes dreams. If the room is too warm, dreams may carry themes of fire, sunlight, or crowded spaces. If the air is cold, dreams may feature snow, ice, or distant winds. The subconscious interprets the body's signals and mirrors them in imagery. These dreams remind us that the subconscious is always listening, even when the conscious mind has let go. Sleep does not close the senses entirely. It softens them, filters them, and then turns them into symbols. Emotions from the waking world also shape dreams in subtle ways. If you fall asleep with joy in your heart, your dreams may reflect light, warmth, and harmony. If you fall asleep carrying stress, your dreams may feel restless or heavy. While this is not a direct transfer, the state of mind as you drift into sleep provides a foundation for the subconscious to build upon. This is why many traditions encourage peaceful rituals before bedtime, such as reflection, gratitude, or calming practices to invite gentler dreams. It is fascinating to consider that even conversations or sounds beyond our awareness can reach the subconscious. A faint voice in the distance, a song playing quietly, or the hum of a machine may find its way into the dream world. Sometimes these external sounds are incorporated directly. Sometimes they inspire entirely new dreamscapes. A song may appear as a concert, a faint buzz may become the sound of insects or machines, and a voice may become a dream character. The subconscious takes whatever enters and reshapes it into narrative. There are also cases where outer influences interact with recurring dream themes. Someone who often dreams of flying may find that the sound of wind outside the window makes the flight more vivid. Someone who dreams of water may find that rain outside strengthens the imagery of rivers or oceans. These interactions reveal how porous the boundary is between the dream world and the waking environment. The two flow into one another more easily than we might expect. This blending can sometimes serve as a form of problem solving. If you are studying or focusing on something before sleep, sounds related to it may reinforce learning. For example, hearing music while sleeping may influence how the subconscious processes rhythm. Hearing words or phrases may affect memory recall. While this process is subtle and not always reliable, it reflects the deep connection between sensory input and the dream state. The subconscious is always listening, always weaving, always integrating. Dream incubation, the practice of focusing on a question or idea before sleep, can also involve the outer environment. By surrounding yourself with reminders of the issue, whether through sound, scent, or imagery, you create signals that the subconscious may incorporate into the dream. This does not guarantee a solution, but it increases the chance that the subconscious will work with those elements during the night. In this way, the waking world and the dream world cooperate in seeking insight. Sometimes, the blending of outer influence and inner dream can be startling. A person may dream of thunder shaking the earth, only to wake and find that a door had slammed nearby. They may dream of speaking with someone, only to wake and realize that someone had been talking in another room. These experiences can leave a lingering sense of how close the two worlds truly are. They remind us that dreaming is not isolated, but open, receptive, and responsive. As you lie here tonight, you may notice the quiet sounds around you. Perhaps it is the hum of a distant appliance, the movement of air, or the softness of silence itself. All of these may become threads that the subconscious mind weaves into your dreams. Even if you are unaware, your mind is listening, reshaping, and creating. The outer world and the inner world are not divided by a wall, but connected by a doorway that the subconscious walks through with ease. This connection also shows us the importance of the spaces where we sleep. A calm, quiet, and comfortable environment supports the subconscious in creating dreams that are more peaceful. Though dreams will always reflect many factors, the influence of the outer world is undeniable. By surrounding yourself with calm, you offer your subconscious the tools to weave gentler dreams. So as you prepare to drift deeper tonight, know that the sounds, the sensations, and even the faintest whispers of the outer world may join you in your dreams. They may shape landscapes, inspire symbols, or guide stories. Whether it is the tap of rain, the brush of air, the warmth of blankets, or the silence of the night, all of it becomes part of the dream's gentle tapestry. And as the subconscious gathers these threads, it will carry you softly into visions that belong only to you, weaving together both the inner and outer worlds as you rest. As you rest and allow your mind to wander, it becomes clear that dreams are not only built from memory and sensation, but are also deeply shaped by emotion. Emotions are the colors that give dreams their depth and intensity. Without them, dreams would be pale shadows, simple stories without meaning. Joy, fear, sorrow, excitement, and wonder all find their way into dreams, often with more strength than in waking life. The subconscious uses emotion as both fuel and guide, shaping dreamscapes that reflect the inner tides of feeling. Think of the times you have awakened from a dream with your heart still racing, your chest heavy, or your eyes wet with tears. Even if the details of the dream fade quickly, the emotion lingers. You may not recall exactly what happened, but you know how it made you feel. That lasting impression is evidence of how central emotion is to dreaming. The subconscious mind holds emotions close, and when it weaves stories in sleep, it wraps them tightly into the fabric of the dream. Fear is perhaps the most recognizable emotion in dreams. Nightmares are built upon it, stirring images of pursuit, danger, or loss. But fear in dreams is not only punishment or cruelty. It is a reflection of the challenges and anxieties that the subconscious is working through. To dream of being chased may echo stress or worry. To dream of falling may reflect uncertainty. The subconscious uses fear not to harm but to communicate, to reveal what weighs heavily on the heart. In this way, fear in dreams becomes a kind of teacher, showing us what needs attention. Joy also flows through dreams, though often in subtler ways. Many people dream of flying, of floating above landscapes, of moving without effort. These dreams bring exhilaration, a lightness of spirit. Others dream of reunion, of seeing loved ones, or of being surrounded by beauty. These dreams leave the dreamer smiling upon waking, carrying warmth into the day. Joy in dreams reminds us that the subconscious does not dwell only in shadow. It also celebrates, offering glimpses of freedom and love. Sadness appears in dreams as well, often in the form of loss. Dreams of loved ones who have passed are common, and they carry powerful emotions. Sometimes they bring comfort, as if the dreamer has been given one more moment with someone they miss. Other times they bring sorrow, reminding the dreamer of absence. These dreams may be painful, yet they are also healing. They allow the subconscious to process grief, to hold the memory gently, to honor what has been lost. Even in sadness, dreams serve the purpose of caring for the heart. Anger can also shape dreams. A dream may present conflict, arguments, or struggles with authority. These images may reflect emotions that the conscious mind has suppressed. The subconscious, unwilling to let them go unnoticed, gives them form in the dream. Though these dreams can be uncomfortable, they serve an important role. They release tension and allow feelings to be expressed, even in symbolic ways. In doing so, they prevent emotions from remaining buried, where they might grow heavier over time. Love, too, is a powerful dream emotion. Dreams of affection, connection, and intimacy often feel especially vivid. They may reflect real relationships, or they may present imagined ones. Sometimes they bring together people from different times in life, blending memory with desire. These dreams remind us of the central role love plays in the human experience. The subconscious carries love close, and in dreams, it often rises in unexpected and touching ways. Dreams also reflect complex blends of emotion. A single dream may carry joy and sorrow together, or fear mixed with wonder. For example, a dream of exploring a vast mountain may feel both awe-inspiring and intimidating. A dream of reunion with someone who has passed may feel both joyful and sad. These mixtures mirror the complexity of real life, where emotions are rarely simple. The subconscious reflects this truth, showing us the richness of feeling that lies beneath the surface. Emotions in dreams are not always tied directly to current events. Sometimes they rise from deeper layers of the past. A childhood memory may return in dream form, carrying the emotions that were present long ago. These dream emotions can feel just as fresh as they once did, reminding us that the subconscious holds feelings across time. Even experiences we think we have forgotten remain stored, waiting for moments when the subconscious brings them back. Dreams are one way that those older emotions resurface, asking to be acknowledged. It is important to notice that emotions in dreams are often stronger than in waking life. The subconscious is not bound by restraint or reason. When it expresses fear, the fear can be overwhelming. When it expresses joy, the joy can be radiant. This amplification is part of what makes dreams so memorable. The subconscious speaks in the language of exaggeration, ensuring that its messages are felt deeply. At times, dreams allow us to process emotions that are too intense to face directly. The subconscious disguises them in symbols or scenarios that are easier to hold. For example, a dream of a storm may represent inner turmoil, or a dream of a locked door may represent a feeling of being trapped. By turning feelings into symbols, the subconscious makes them safer to approach. This is the gentle wisdom of the dreaming mind. It does not overwhelm. It reveals emotions in ways that the dreamer can begin to explore. Some people find that reflecting on the emotions of a dream is more useful than analyzing the details of the story. While the narrative may be confusing or fragmented, the emotion often shines clearly. If a dream left you anxious, joyful, or relieved, that emotion is the heart of the message. The subconscious has chosen a story to express the feeling, but the feeling itself is what carries meaning. By noticing the emotional tone, you begin to understand what the subconscious is showing. The role of emotion in dreams also explains why they can influence waking moods so strongly. You may wake feeling lighter after a joyful dream or unsettled after a fearful one. Even if the story fades, the emotional residue lingers, shaping the day. This influence is not accidental. It is part of the process of integrating feelings. The subconscious uses dreams not only to release emotion, but also to carry it forward, letting it guide how you move through waking life. As you rest tonight, your subconscious mind may gather the emotions of your day and weave them into dreams. Some may be soft and comforting, others intense and challenging, but all will be part of the ongoing work of the heart. Dreams are not only stories, they are expressions of feeling carefully shaped by the subconscious. And as you allow yourself to drift, you can trust that your mind is caring for those feelings, holding them, releasing them, and guiding you gently through them. So let the emotions of the day settle as you breathe. Let the subconscious mind take them into its care. Whether your dreams tonight are filled with joy, sorrow, love, fear, or wonder, they will serve their purpose. They will give shape to feelings, carry them into the night, and return you to the morning with a heart that has been gently tended in the quiet of sleep. Throughout history, dreams have not only been studied as psychological events or as products of memory and emotion, but also as experiences that touch something spiritual and mystical. Across cultures and across generations, people have felt that dreams connect them to realms beyond the physical world. For some, dreams are visits from ancestors. For others, they are glimpses of the soul's journey. In many traditions, they are sacred messages, carrying truths too subtle for the waking mind to grasp. The mystical dimension of dreaming reminds us that the subconscious mind is not only a vessel of memory and feeling, but also a doorway into mystery. Many cultures have believed that dreams allow the soul to travel. When the body rests, the soul is free to wander, to cross into realms unseen. In this view, dreams are not illusions, but journeys. They are experiences of other worlds, places that exist alongside waking reality. Some indigenous communities describe dreams as journeys to the spirit world, where guidance can be sought and wisdom can be gathered. The dreamer wakes not with random stories, but with messages that can shape their choices in waking life. This belief shows how dreams are treated not simply as private experiences, but as sacred paths. In mystical traditions, dreams are often seen as bridges between the human and the divine. Prophets and saints have spoken of visions that came in dreams, guiding them toward truth. Mystics have described dreams as moments of union with higher presence, where the barriers of the physical body fall away and the soul is lifted closer to what it longs for. In this perspective, dreams are not separate from spirituality, but woven into it, a nightly reminder that life itself is more than the material. Symbols in dreams take on special importance in mystical interpretations. While modern views may see symbols as reflections of the subconscious, spiritual traditions often treat them as messages with universal meaning. A dream of light may be seen as contact with higher wisdom. A dream of water may represent cleansing of the spirit. A dream of flight may symbolize the freedom of the soul. These interpretations vary across traditions, but they all share the belief that dreams speak in a sacred language, one that connects the human mind to a greater order of being. There are also accounts of shared dreams, where two or more people claim to have dreamed of the same images or events. While such experiences are rare, they are often given mystical significance. They suggest that dreams may be more than individual creations, that perhaps the subconscious mind is linked to a greater collective field. This idea is echoed in the concept of the collective subconscious, where symbols and archetypes are shared by all humanity. From a spiritual perspective, shared dreams are glimpses of this connection, moments when two souls meet in the landscape of sleep. The mystical view of dreams also sees them as opportunities for healing. In some traditions, dream journeys are used to diagnose illness or to guide the spirit toward balance. A healer may seek dreams for guidance, asking the subconscious or the spirit world to reveal what needs attention. In this way, dreams are not only reflections of the mind, but tools for restoration. Even in ordinary experience, many people have felt the healing power of dreams. To dream of a loved one, to dream of being held, to dream of walking in a place of beauty, these experiences leave the heart soothed, as if the dream itself carried medicine. Dreams of the departed hold especially strong spiritual meaning. Many people who have lost someone close describe vivid dreams where they meet again. In these dreams, the presence feels real, the embrace feels warm, and the words feel true. Some interpret these as the subconscious processing grief. Others believe they are actual visits, moments when the veil between worlds grows thin and souls are able to touch. Whatever the explanation, the comfort of such dreams cannot be denied. They allow the living to feel connection, to receive peace, and to carry forward with lighter hearts. Mystical traditions also speak of lucid dreams not only as states of awareness, but as opportunities for spiritual practice. In this view, becoming aware in a dream is like awakening to deeper truths. The dreamer is not only shaping a dream, but also training the mind to recognize the illusory nature of all experience. Some practitioners use lucid dreaming to meditate, to seek insight, or to encounter spiritual guides. To them, lucid dreams are not entertainment, but sacred opportunities, moments of awakening within the night. Another mystical idea is that dreams can reveal the future. Prophetic dreams appear in sacred texts and stories across cultures. In these accounts, dreams do not only reflect the present, but reach forward into what has not yet happened. While modern thought may explain these as the mind recognizing patterns, spiritual traditions often treat them as genuine glimpses of destiny. Such dreams are honored as gifts, signs to be remembered and respected. Whether they are literal or symbolic, they show the timeless human hope that dreams connect us to something larger than ourselves. Even the act of dreaming itself has been treated as proof of the soul's existence. Some mystics argue that if the mind can create and live within entire worlds during sleep, then consciousness is not bound by the body alone. Dreams, in this view, are evidence that the spirit has dimensions beyond the material, dimensions that continue after waking, and perhaps even after life itself. While such ideas cannot be proven, they reflect the deep sense of mystery that dreams inspire. The mystical side of dreaming does not require belief in any one tradition. Even for those who see dreams only as products of the brain, there is something undeniably spiritual about the way they move us. To stand in a dream landscape, to feel emotions that linger after waking, to meet figures who seem wiser than ourselves, all of these carry a sense of awe. They remind us that the mind holds more than we understand, and that sleep itself is a journey into mystery. As you drift tonight, consider that your dreams may be more than stories. They may be connections to hidden wisdom, to loved ones, to higher truths. They may be personal and private, or they may be threads in a vast tapestry that links all souls together. Whatever they bring, they remind you that life is larger than waking alone. In dreams, you touch something beyond yourself, something timeless and vast. So as you surrender to rest, let the possibility of the mystical rest with you. Allow yourself to imagine that your dreams are not only reflections of thought, but also journeys of the spirit. Whether or not you remember them in the morning, they may be guiding you gently, offering you healing, offering you wisdom, offering you glimpses of the mystery that surrounds and sustains all life. And in that thought, you can let go, trust, and drift peacefully into the embrace of sleep. Dreaming is not unique to human beings. Across the natural world, animals too enter states of sleep that suggest rich inner lives unfolding in silence. From small creatures curled in nests to great mammals drifting beneath the sea, many show signs of dreaming. Their bodies twitch, their eyes flicker, and sometimes soft sounds escape as if they are living out stories within. To imagine the dream worlds of animals is to feel wonder at how deep the mystery of sleep truly goes and how closely it connects us to other living beings. When you watch a dog sleeping, you may notice the paws moving as if running, or the ears twitching at imagined sounds. Sometimes soft barks or whimpers slip out, hinting at unseen adventures. These signs suggest that dogs dream of experiences from waking life, perhaps of chasing, of playing, or of exploring. The same is seen in cats, whose whiskers quiver and tails flick in sleep. A cat may let out small sounds, eyes moving beneath closed lids, as if dreaming of the hunt, the chase, or the warmth of companionship. These familiar animals give us a window into the idea that dreaming is part of the shared experience of life itself. Scientific study has shown that many animals experience rapid eye movement sleep, the stage most closely linked to vivid dreaming. During this time, the brain activity of animals resembles that of humans in the same state. Birds, for example, show rapid eye movements and changes in brain waves that suggest they too are experiencing dreamlike states. Some researchers believe that birds may replay songs they learned during the day, as if rehearsing them in their sleep. This mirrors how human dreams often replay and process waking experiences, weaving them into memory. Mammals of all kinds display dreamlike sleep. Horses, elephants, and even dolphins show signs of rapid eye movement. For dolphins and whales, dreaming takes a different shape, as they must continue to surface for air even while resting. Some parts of their brains sleep while others remain awake, a state known as unihemispheric sleep, Yet, even within this pattern, they appear to experience dreamlike activity. It is astonishing to think of a whale drifting through the ocean, half awake, half dreaming, carrying both the outer world and the inner world at once. Rodents also provide clues to the dreaming mind of animals. When rats learn to navigate mazes, their brain patterns during sleep often replay the paths they traveled. It is as if the rats are dreaming of their journeys, rehearsing them in the subconscious. These findings suggest that dreaming serves a purpose across species, helping to process memory, to learn, and to adapt. Just as human beings use dreams to store knowledge and to solve problems, so too may animals rely on them for survival. Birds are especially fascinating in this regard. Songbirds practice their songs during the day, but at night, their brains replay the same patterns. It is possible that the birds are dreaming of singing, refining their melodies even as they rest. This connection between dreams and learning shows that the subconscious mind is working not only in humans, but throughout the animal kingdom. Dreaming may be a fundamental part of how brains grow and adapt, a tool that nature has given to many creatures. Reptiles, once thought to lack complex dreams, have shown signs of rapid eye movement like sleep as well. This suggests that the roots of dreaming may stretch back far in evolution, that it is not a recent development but an ancient one. If this is true, then dreaming may have shaped life on Earth for millions of years. It may have helped creatures remember, adapt, and survive long before humans began to wonder about its meaning. When we imagine animal dreams, we often project human experiences onto them, but their dreams may be uniquely their own. A bird may dream of soaring through skies with colors we cannot see. A dolphin may dream of vast underwater landscapes shaped by sound, since dolphins perceive much of their world through echoes. A dog may dream of scents more vivid than any human nose could comprehend. Each animal dreams in the language of its senses, creating inner worlds that reflect the way it knows reality. This idea invites us to expand our sense of wonder, realizing that dreaming is not one thing but many, each shaped by the life that lives it. Dreaming in animals also carries emotional weight. Just as humans process feelings through dreams, animals may do the same. A puppy separated from its litter may whimper in sleep, as if reliving the need for comfort. A horse may twitch as if galloping, perhaps recalling moments of freedom. Though we cannot know their exact experiences, the similarities in brain activity and behavior suggest that emotions are woven into their dreams. This connection reminds us of the kinship we share with other beings, not only in body, but in mind. There are stories of animals waking from dreams with reactions that echo what humans feel. A cat may wake startled, eyes wide, as if shaken by a nightmare. A dog may wake wagging its tail, eager and joyful, as if it had been playing in its sleep. These responses suggest that animals not only dream, but also carry the emotional imprint of those dreams into waking life. Just as humans wake influenced by dream moods, so too may animals awaken with traces of their inner journeys. The idea that animals dream also invites spiritual reflection. If dreaming connects us to the subconscious, to creativity, and perhaps even to something beyond, then the same may be true for animals. Their dreams may be part of a larger web of mystery that links all life. When we see a pet twitching in sleep or a bird resting with eyes fluttering, we may be witnessing not just rest, but the unfolding of hidden stories known only to them. It is a humbling thought, one that deepens our sense of respect for the beings that share the world with us. As you listen tonight, perhaps you can imagine the world of dreams stretching far beyond your own. While you rest, countless other creatures may also be dreaming. Dogs curled by firesides, cats stretched across quiet rooms, birds perched in dark trees, whales drifting in the sea, all carried into dreams by the same mysterious force. The earth itself seems to breathe with dreaming life, each creature adding its own vision to the silent chorus of the night. So, as you drift deeper into your own rest, let yourself feel connected to that greater dream. Know that dreaming is not yours alone, but part of a vast and ancient rhythm shared across the living world. In that rhythm, you are not separate but joined, your subconscious mind moving gently alongside the dreams of countless others. And in that thought, you may find comfort, knowing that dreaming is not only a personal journey, but also a universal one, a thread that ties all life together in the quiet mystery of sleep. When we think of dreams, we often picture the vivid stories that unfold during sleep, yet dreaming is not confined only to the night. There is another form of dreaming that takes place while we are awake, a gentle drifting of the mind into imagined worlds. These are daydreams, those moments when our thoughts wander away from the present and weave stories of their own. The boundary between night dreams and daydreams is more delicate than it first appears, for both arise from the same subconscious source. Both reveal how imagination flows when the conscious mind loosens its grip. Daydreams occur in the quiet spaces of waking life. You might be sitting in a classroom, gazing at the window while your mind builds an entire story of adventure. You might be traveling on a bus, and instead of noticing each passing street, you drift into thoughts of the future, imagining what could be. You might even be in conversation, yet your mind begins to wander elsewhere, building a world entirely separate from the present moment. These are the softer cousins of night dreams, less vivid but no less creative. While night dreams come during the cycles of sleep, daydreams emerge when the brain shifts into a relaxed but alert state. The mind is neither fully focused nor fully withdrawn. It hovers in between, a liminal space where thoughts can roam freely. This state allows the subconscious to rise more easily into awareness, offering images, ideas, and feelings without strict control. In this way, daydreams resemble night dreams, both being windows into the same hidden processes of the mind. Daydreams often reflect desires. You may imagine yourself succeeding, traveling, or meeting someone you long to see. These visions are not predictions, but expressions of the subconscious, showing what the heart carries. Just as night dreams may reveal hidden wishes, daydreams make them more accessible, rising in moments of stillness. Sometimes they are joyful and inspiring, filling you with motivation. Other times they may reveal longings that are unfulfilled. Either way, they are gentle guides, offering glimpses of what matters most to you. Night dreams, by contrast, are less bound to waking thought. They weave together memory, sensation, and symbol in ways that feel less controlled. A night dream may carry you into strange landscapes, where logic does not hold, and where feelings are expressed in symbolic form. Daydreams are often more deliberate, shaped by the conscious mind, though still enriched by the subconscious. The two together create a spectrum of imagination, with daydreams on one end, closer to waking thought, and night dreams on the other, deeper in the realm of the subconscious. The boundary between them is not fixed. Sometimes a daydream can become so vivid that it feels almost like a night dream, complete with imagery, characters, and emotion. At other times, a night dream may carry the same tone as a daydream, light and playful rather than surreal or intense. Both are part of the same creative stream, differing only in how much the conscious mind participates. Daydreaming also has practical value. It allows the mind to rehearse possibilities, to imagine different outcomes, to practice for future events. A person may daydream about a conversation before having it, or about a challenge before facing it. This rehearsal can reduce anxiety, making the event easier when it arrives. Night dreams often serve a similar purpose, replaying or reshaping experiences as the subconscious works through them. In this way, both kinds of dreams are tools for adaptation, helping us navigate life more skillfully. Children are natural daydreamers. Their imaginations flow easily, often blurring the line between play and dreaming. A child may drift into stories with dolls or toys, fully immersed in imagined worlds. These daydreams are part of learning, allowing children to explore ideas, roles, and feelings in a safe way. As adults, daydreaming continues, though often more quietly. A worker gazing at clouds may be rehearsing hopes. A traveler looking at the horizon may be imagining new beginnings. The impulse to dream is not lost with age. It is a fundamental part of how the mind explores and creates. Some people feel guilty for daydreaming, as though it is wasted time. Yet research and experience both suggest the opposite. Daydreaming allows the mind to rest, to step away from constant focus, and in doing so, it refreshes creativity. Many solutions and insights arise during moments of daydreaming, when the mind is free to wander without pressure. In this way, daydreams and night dreams share the same gift. They both expand possibility, both open doors to new perspectives. The content of daydreams and night dreams may differ, but the emotions they stir often overlap. Both can fill the heart with joy, with longing, with fear, or with inspiration. Both can carry messages from the subconscious, revealing hidden feelings and desires. Both can linger after they end, shaping mood and thought. Whether experienced under the sun or beneath the moon, dreams are threads of the same fabric, woven from the same source. There are also moments when daydreams flow directly into night dreams. If you fall asleep thinking of something strongly, you may find it appearing in your dreams. The subconscious picks up where the conscious mind left off, carrying the thought into deeper layers. Similarly, a powerful night dream may inspire daydreams in the waking hours as the mind returns to the imagery again and again. This cycle shows how closely related the two forms of dreaming are, how they nourish and influence one another. Daydreams also provide comfort. When life feels difficult, a daydream can be a refuge, a place to rest for a moment in imagination. Night dreams sometimes offer this too, but daydreams allow you to choose, to guide the vision toward what soothes you. In this sense, daydreams are reminders that imagination is always available, not only during sleep, but at any moment. They show us that the subconscious is never far, always ready to provide images that can calm, inspire, or heal. The boundary between daydreams and night dreams is also a boundary between waking and resting, between conscious and subconscious. To daydream is to glimpse the subconscious while awake. To night dream is to surrender to it fully while asleep. Both are parts of the same cycle of mind, the same flow of inner life. To embrace both is to live more fully, to allow imagination its place in every part of life. As you lie here tonight, you may find that your mind drifts into gentle daydreams even before sleep comes. These daydreams are like bridges, carrying you softly into the deeper dreams of the night. You may imagine places you love, people you cherish, or futures you hope for. These visions may blend seamlessly into night dreams, creating a continuous stream of imagination from waking to sleeping. So whether in daylight or darkness, whether awake or asleep, know that dreaming is always with you. It is the quiet work of the subconscious, shaping stories, exploring feelings, and guiding you gently. Daydreams and night dreams are not separate but connected, two sides of the same mystery. Together, they remind you that imagination is endless, that the mind is vast, and that rest is not only for the body, but also for the spirit. Tonight, as you drift, allow both daydreams and night dreams to carry you, knowing that they are companions on your journey into peace. Dreams have always fascinated humanity, not only as sources of wonder, but also as subjects of study. While myths and traditions have long offered explanations of their meaning, modern times have brought experiments and research designed to uncover the secrets of dreaming. These explorations seek to understand not only what dreams are, but also how they shape memory, emotion, and consciousness itself. The story of dream research is a reminder of human curiosity, of our endless desire to peer into the hidden corners of the mind. One of the most important discoveries about dreaming came with the study of rapid eye movement sleep. Researchers noticed that when sleepers entered this stage, their eyes darted beneath their closed lids, their brain activity became lively, and their breathing grew irregular. When people were gently awakened during this phase, they almost always reported vivid dreams. This was the first clear evidence that rapid eye movement sleep was the primary stage for dreaming. It showed that dreams were not scattered randomly through the night, but tied to specific rhythms of sleep. Experiments also revealed the structure of sleep cycles. By monitoring brain waves, scientists found that the night unfolds in repeating patterns, with rapid eye movement stages arriving every 90 minutes or so. Each cycle is like a wave, rising and falling, carrying the dreamer deeper into rest and then back into vivid dream states. Early in the night, deep sleep dominates, while later cycles favor rapid eye movement. This explained why dreams often feel longer or more intense toward morning. The science of sleep stages gave shape to what had once been only mystery. Another breakthrough came from studies of dream deprivation. When people were prevented from entering rapid eye movement sleep, they began to show signs of irritability, poor concentration, and difficulty learning. Once allowed to sleep normally again, they quickly entered longer periods of rapid eye movement, as if the body and mind were compensating. This suggested that dreaming itself plays an essential role in mental health. It is not just a byproduct of sleep, but a process the brain requires. Dream recall has also been studied in experiments. Some people naturally remember dreams often, while others rarely do. Research shows that those who wake briefly during the night tend to recall dreams more easily, since the memory has a chance to be stored before fading. External cues can also increase recall. For instance, if someone is awakened during a rapid eye movement phase and asked to describe their dream, they usually provide vivid details. But if allowed to continue sleeping until morning, the dream may vanish almost entirely. This shows how delicate dream memory is, fading quickly unless captured in the moment. Experiments with dream content have shown that waking life influences dreaming directly. When people are given puzzles or tasks during the day, elements of those tasks often appear in their dreams. If a person practices a new skill, such as learning a sequence of movements, their dreams may reflect it and their performance improves the next day. This suggests that the subconscious continues to rehearse during sleep, strengthening learning through dreams. The mind does not stop working when the body rests. It shifts into a new mode, one where creativity and memory intertwine. Scientists have also explored how external stimuli shape dreams. In experiments, sleepers exposed to sounds, lights, or touches often incorporated them into their dream stories. A soft spray of water might become a dream of rain. A faint tone might become a bell or a voice. These findings confirmed that dreams are open to influence, that the subconscious absorbs outer cues even while weaving its inner narratives. This blending reveals how porous the dream state is, how the mind is always listening. One of the most intriguing areas of dream research involves lucid dreaming. Experiments have shown that when lucid dreamers move their eyes in prearranged patterns within the dream, those movements can be detected in the waking body. This provided the first reliable way to confirm communication between the dreamer and the outside world. Lucid dreamers have even been able to answer simple questions with eye signals, proving that self-awareness within dreams is real and measurable. Such studies open doors to the possibility of interacting with dreamers while they sleep, exploring the subconscious in real time. Another experiment asked people to practice physical skills in lucid dreams. Some reported that when they imagined movements such as playing a sport or performing tasks, they improved at them in waking life. This suggests that the subconscious rehearsal in dreams may have effects similar to physical practice. If true, then dreaming is not only symbolic but also practical, a tool for growth that extends beyond sleep. Dream research has also explored nightmares. Experiments have shown that people who suffer frequent nightmares often have higher sensitivity in their emotional centers. Their brains respond strongly to fear, both in dreams and in waking. Therapies have been developed where dreamers are encouraged to reimagine the ending of recurring nightmares, giving them more positive outcomes. This practice, called imagery rehearsal, has been shown to reduce the frequency and intensity of nightmares. These findings demonstrate that even the darker side of dreaming can be studied, understood, and soothed. Technological advances have allowed researchers to map dreams in new ways. Brain imaging tools can record patterns of activity and compare them to waking states. While still limited, these methods have revealed that specific brain regions light up when people dream of faces, places, or movement. By studying these patterns, scientists hope to one day reconstruct dream imagery more fully. While such goals remain distant, they highlight the growing bridge between the inner world and scientific observation. Despite all these discoveries, much about dreams remains unknown. Experiments can show when and how dreaming occurs, and they can trace its links to memory and learning, but they cannot yet explain the full mystery of meaning. The symbols, the emotions, the sense of story that dreams carry are still beyond precise measurement. In this way, science and mystery continue to meet. Research illuminates parts of the dream but leaves space for wonder, for reflection, and for awe. Dream research reminds us that the subconscious is not silent. It is active, creative, and deeply connected to who we are. Experiments show that dreams are not random but purposeful, serving roles in memory, emotion, and imagination. They confirm that dreaming is as necessary as breathing or eating, a nightly requirement for balance and health. At the same time, the studies highlight the uniqueness of each dream, the way the subconscious paints personal stories that no experiment can fully capture. As you rest tonight, you may think of yourself as part of this long exploration. Each dream you have is another piece of evidence, another glimpse into the mystery. Scientists may record waves and signals, but only you experience the world within, the emotions, the visions, the meaning. Your dreams are both personal and universal, both unique and part of a greater pattern that all humanity shares. So as you drift into sleep, remember that your dreams are more than fleeting shadows. They are part of an ancient mystery and a modern science. They are studied in laboratories, recorded in journals, and honored in traditions. But most importantly, they are lived by you, night after night, carried by the subconscious into realms of memory, imagination, and meaning. In that thought, you can rest peacefully, knowing that your dreams are both a subject of wonder and a vital part of what makes you whole. Dreams rarely speak in plain words. Instead, they communicate through symbols, a language of images and metaphors that rises from the subconscious mind. To dream is to enter a world where a house may represent the self, where a storm may embody emotion, where flight may symbolize freedom. These symbols are not chosen at random. They are drawn from the dreamer's own experiences, from shared cultural meanings, and perhaps from something deeper that all humans carry. The symbolic language of dreams is one of the most fascinating aspects of the subconscious, a way of speaking that is both personal and universal. Consider how often objects in dreams take on meanings beyond their ordinary use. A key in waking life is a simple tool, but in a dream, it may represent opportunity or hidden knowledge. A locked door may symbolize barriers, challenges, or parts of the self not yet explored. A road may become the symbol of life's journey, with its twists, turns, and intersections reflecting choices and directions. These dream images show how the subconscious transforms ordinary things into metaphors that carry layers of meaning. Dream symbols are often connected to emotion. When the subconscious needs to express fear, it may not simply present the feeling directly. Instead, it creates a dream of being chased or trapped. When it wants to express longing, it may present a dream of searching for something that cannot be found. In this way, symbols give form to feelings that may be too complex or too hidden to express directly. The dreamer may wake not fully understanding the story, but carrying the emotion that the symbol represented. Animals in dreams are powerful symbols as well. A lion may symbolize strength, courage, or authority. A snake may represent change, transformation, or hidden danger. A bird may symbolize freedom, transcendence, or spiritual perspective. These associations are not fixed, for they depend on the dreamer's culture, memories, and personal feelings. Someone who grew up loving snakes may dream of them as companions, while another may dream of them as threats. The subconscious shapes symbols not only from collective meaning, but also from individual life. Water is one of the most common and profound dream symbols. It may appear as rivers, lakes, rain, or oceans. Water often reflects the realm of emotion. Calm water may represent peace, while stormy seas may embody inner turmoil. Diving beneath the surface may symbolize exploring the subconscious itself, going deeper into hidden feelings. Water nourishes life, and in dreams it often symbolizes renewal, cleansing, or transformation. Across cultures, water remains one of the most enduring symbols, reminding us of its primal connection to life and to the mind. Buildings in dreams frequently represent the self. A house may symbolize the dreamer's own mind or body, with different rooms reflecting different aspects of life. A basement may represent hidden fears or memories, while an attic may symbolize higher thoughts or forgotten ideas. Entering new buildings may symbolize growth, discovery, or changes in identity. These dream landscapes reflect how the subconscious organizes the experience of self through space and structure. Dream symbols also emerge from collective stories that humanity has shared for generations. Fire may represent destruction, but also passion and creation. The sun may symbolize vitality, while the moon often reflects cycles, mystery, or intuition. Mountains may embody obstacles, journeys, or spiritual ascent. These archetypal symbols appear across cultures, suggesting that the subconscious mind draws upon patterns that are older than individual memory. They are part of the shared fabric of the human imagination. Yet, dream symbols are not fixed dictionaries. They are alive, shifting in meaning according to context. A snake may symbolize fear in one dream and healing in another, depending on the story around it. A road may symbolize progress in one dream and confusion in another. The subconscious uses symbols flexibly, creating meaning in the moment rather than following rigid rules. This fluidity is part of what makes dreams so mysterious. They resist simple interpretation because they are shaped by both universal themes and the unique life of the dreamer. The subconscious also uses symbols to disguise what may be too difficult to face directly. Instead of presenting painful truths outright, it cloaks them in imagery that softens the impact. For example, a dream of a collapsing building may symbolize a life change or the loss of stability, without forcing the dreamer to confront the exact issue in plain form. In this way, symbols protect as well as reveal. They allow the subconscious to express truths gently, in forms that the conscious mind can begin to understand without becoming overwhelmed. Dream symbols can also carry humor or playfulness. The subconscious sometimes uses exaggeration, irony, or absurd combinations to express meaning. A dream of flying on a chair, for example, may symbolize a longing for freedom mixed with a sense of humor about daily life. A dream of wearing mismatched shoes in an important event may highlight feelings of vulnerability with a touch of comedy. These playful symbols remind us that the subconscious is not only serious, but also creative and light-hearted. Recurring symbols in dreams suggest ongoing themes in the dreamer's life. Someone who frequently dreams of locked doors may be wrestling with barriers or hidden parts of the self. Someone who often dreams of water may be processing deep emotions. These repeating symbols are like echoes, returning until the underlying issue is addressed or understood. They show how persistent the subconscious can be when it wants to draw attention to something important. Cultural background shapes dream symbols as well. A person raised near the ocean may dream of waves as symbols of power or danger, while someone raised in a desert may dream of water as a rare and precious gift. Religious or spiritual symbols may also appear, shaped by belief and practice. The subconscious pulls from whatever images hold weight in the dreamer's world, using them to craft symbolic stories that feel deeply personal. Dream symbols also show the creativity of the subconscious in combining elements. You may dream of a bird with the face of someone you know, or of a house that suddenly turns into a forest. These unusual combinations may seem nonsensical, but they reflect the subconscious blending ideas, emotions, and experiences into new forms. The symbolism may not always be clear, but it carries meaning nonetheless, reminding us that the subconscious speaks in its own poetic language. As you reflect on dream symbols, it is helpful to focus not only on what they represent generally, but also on what they mean to you. The subconscious chooses symbols that resonate personally. A dream of a tree may symbolize growth for one person and memory for another. The same image can carry many meanings, shaped by the dreamer's life, emotions, and associations. This personal connection is what makes dream symbols so powerful. They belong not only to culture or to humanity as a whole, but also uniquely to each dreamer. As you rest tonight, your subconscious may weave symbols into your dreams. You may see water, houses, animals, or roads. You may encounter symbols that are familiar or ones that surprise you. Each will carry meaning whether or not you recognize it immediately. The subconscious will use them to express feelings, to guide reflection, and to care for the hidden parts of yourself. So, as you drift deeper into sleep, allow yourself to enter the symbolic language of dreams. Trust that your subconscious is speaking, even if the words are images and metaphors. Let the symbols rise and fall like waves, carrying messages from within. Whether you understand them now or only later, know that they are shaping your journey, guiding your heart, and revealing truths in gentle, imaginative form. In this way, the symbols of dreams are not only mysterious, but also comforting, reminders that the mind is always communicating, always guiding, always caring for you in the silence of the night. Among the mysteries of dreaming, few are as intriguing as the idea of shared dreams and the possibility of a collective subconscious. While most dreams seem private, there are moments when they carry themes or symbols that feel strangely universal. People across cultures, across time, and across distance often dream of similar images, from flying through the air to being chased, from finding hidden rooms to losing their way in a vast landscape. These repeating patterns raise questions about whether dreams are entirely personal or whether they are connected to something larger that all human beings share. The notion of a collective subconscious suggests that beneath each individual mind lies a deeper layer, a vast reservoir of symbols, memories, and archetypes shared by all humanity. This layer is not conscious, yet it influences dreams by providing images that appear again and again across cultures. Stories of wise old figures, of journeys into forests, of great floods, or of radiant light can be found in dreams from many different parts of the world. These shared patterns may reflect the common structures of human experience, but they also suggest a deeper connection, as if the subconscious mind of each person is linked to a greater whole. Shared dreams are sometimes reported between individuals. Two people may wake and realize that they dreamed of the same place or the same event. Such experiences are rare and often mysterious, but they have been described throughout history. They suggest that dreaming may not always be confined to the individual mind. Perhaps, in some way, the subconscious can reach beyond the self, touching others in the quiet space of sleep. Whether these shared dreams arise from coincidence, from shared experiences, or from something more mysterious, they point to the possibility of connection within dreaming. The feeling of shared dreaming also arises from cultural stories. Communities have long gathered to share dreams, and often the same symbols appear among different dreamers. In some traditions, entire groups interpret dreams together, believing that the dreams carry guidance not only for individuals, but for the whole community. In such practices, dreaming is seen as a collective act, a way for the group to connect with wisdom that is larger than any one person. This communal approach reveals how deeply people have always felt that dreams belong not only to the private self, but also to the shared human journey. Archetypes are another way the collective subconscious reveals itself. Archetypes are symbols or characters that appear in myths, stories, and dreams across cultures. The wise guide, the trickster, the mother, the hero, the shadow. These figures recur in the imagination of humanity, whether in ancient myths or modern films, whether in the dreams of a child or an elder. When such figures appear in dreams, they may represent not only personal feelings, but also universal truths. They are like reflections of the shared patterns of life, written into the subconscious of all people. Consider the dream of flying. Across the world, people who have never met describe the exhilaration of soaring through the air. This dream may symbolize freedom, ambition, or spiritual ascent, but it also reveals a shared longing. The human body is bound by gravity, yet the mind dreams of release. To dream of flying is to express something universal, a desire that transcends individual life. In this way, the dream reflects both personal emotion and collective imagination. Another common dream is of being chased. People in distant lands and different times have described the same dream of running from a pursuer. The specific details vary, but the core image is the same. It reflects the universal human experience of fear, of being hunted, of needing to escape. The subconscious draws upon this shared theme, turning it into symbolic stories that each person lives in their own way. Such dreams remind us that fear itself is part of the collective human story, woven into our subconscious across generations. Water is another symbol that flows through the collective subconscious. People dream of rivers, of oceans, of floods, and of rain. Water nourishes life, and it also represents change, depth, and renewal. Across cultures, water has spiritual meaning, and in dreams, it continues to carry this weight. Whether calm or stormy, it reflects the emotional depths that all humans share. To dream of water is to touch a universal image, one that has echoed in myths, in stories, and in the subconscious of humanity for countless ages. The collective subconscious may also explain why dreams sometimes carry wisdom that feels beyond the dreamer. People often describe meeting figures in dreams who seem wiser than themselves, offering guidance or teaching. These figures may be expressions of archetypes, voices from the collective subconscious that rise into personal dreams. When they speak, they feel like messages from beyond, and perhaps in a way they are. They may be the subconscious drawing from the shared wisdom of humanity, shaping it into a figure who guides the dreamer. Even when dreams are not shared in detail, they are shared in essence. A person in one part of the world may dream of being lost in a city, while another dreams of wandering a forest. Both dreams reflect the same feeling of uncertainty, of searching for direction. Though the imagery differs, the emotion is shared. This shows how dreams connect us not only through symbols, but also through feelings, through the universal experiences of fear, joy, sorrow, and wonder that define human life. The idea of collective dreaming also suggests that dreams can connect us to ancestors. Many people describe dreams in which they meet relatives from long ago or feel the presence of those who have passed. Such dreams may be personal, drawn from memory and longing, but they may also be expressions of the collective subconscious. They connect the dreamer to the chain of humanity, to those who lived before and those who will come after. In this sense, dreams are not just personal stories, but also threads in a tapestry that stretches across time. Shared dreams in the collective subconscious invite us to see ourselves as part of something larger. While each dream is shaped by personal experience, it also carries echoes of the human story as a whole. To dream is to participate in this story, to add your voice to a chorus that has been singing since the beginning of memory. Your dreams are yours alone, yet they are also connected to the dreams of others across cultures, across centuries, across the world. As you rest tonight, you may enter dreams that feel uniquely your own, and yet, within them, you may also touch symbols, emotions, and stories that countless others have known. You may dream of water, of flight, of pursuit, of love, of loss. These are not only your experiences, but shared human experiences, woven into the collective subconscious. In dreaming them, you join humanity's great tradition of imagination, reflection, and mystery. So allow yourself to drift, knowing that while your dreams are personal, they are also connected to something greater. You are not alone in the landscapes of your mind. You are part of the collective dreaming of humanity, part of the shared story of the subconscious. And in that thought, you may rest more deeply, comforted by the knowledge that dreams link you to all who dream, now and always. Dreams have long been companions of creativity. They open the doors of imagination, offering visions that reach beyond the limits of waking thought. Throughout history, countless artists, writers, musicians, and inventors have drawn inspiration from their dreams. The subconscious, when freed from the rules of logic, weaves images and ideas that can spark new creations. Dreams remind us that the mind is not only a tool for solving problems, but also a source of wonder, capable of shaping art, stories, and discoveries that might never have been found in the daylight hours. When you dream, the conscious mind relaxes its strict hold, and the subconscious steps forward. It mixes memory with imagination, blends past with possibility, and creates visions that may be beautiful, strange, or even unsettling. This process mirrors the act of creation itself. Artists often combine the familiar with the new, taking known forms and reshaping them into something original. In this sense, dreaming is a nightly rehearsal for creativity, a natural process where the mind plays with ideas in ways that waking thought might resist. Writers throughout time have described entire stories arriving through dreams. Characters, plots, and images appear as if gifted by the night. The dream provides a stage, and when the dreamer wakes, the memory becomes the seed of a tale. Dreams do not always give complete works, but they often provide fragments, flashes of imagery, or emotional tones that the writer develops into full stories. The subconscious provides the raw material, and the conscious mind shapes it into art. Together, they reveal how creativity thrives on cooperation between the waking and the dreaming self. Musicians, too, have found inspiration in dreams. Melodies sometimes arrive in sleep, carried into the waking world as songs. A fragment of rhythm or harmony may echo so vividly in the dream that it lingers after waking, waiting to be played. These dream songs often carry emotional weight, as if the subconscious is translating feelings directly into sound. Music, after all, is itself a symbolic language, and the dream is well suited to speak through it. Whether remembered as full compositions or as fleeting notes, dream music has sparked creativity across generations. Visual artists often credit dreams for their most striking images. A painting may begin as a dream vision, as colors and forms that appeared behind closed eyes. Surrealist art, in particular, draws heavily on dreamlike imagery, embracing the strange and the unexpected. Dreams ignore the rules of perspective and proportion, combining elements in ways that defy waking logic. Artists who lean into this strangeness find inspiration for works that expand the boundaries of imagination. In this way, dreams become not only sources of images, but also models for how art itself can break free of rules. Inventors and scientists have also described breakthroughs born in dreams. The subconscious mind does not stop working when the body rests. It continues to sort through problems, searching for solutions. In dreams, where connections form more freely, answers sometimes appear. An idea that seemed impossible in waking hours may be revealed through dream imagery. This is the mind's way of solving problems by stepping outside of ordinary logic. When the dreamer wakes, the solution may feel like a sudden revelation, though it was the quiet work of the subconscious all along. Even ordinary dreamers without fame or recognition experience creativity through dreams. A dream may suggest a poem, a drawing, a piece of music, or even a new way of approaching daily tasks. These moments may seem small, but they reveal the same principle, that dreams are fertile ground for imagination. They show us that creativity is not limited to artists or inventors, but is a natural part of being human. Every person carries a subconscious mind capable of weaving images, stories, and ideas while they sleep. The influence of dreams on creativity also reveals something about the nature of art itself. Art is not only about skill or technique, but also about vision, about seeing beyond the surface of life. Dreams provide these visions, offering glimpses of hidden worlds. They remind us that there is always more beneath the surface, that imagination has no limits. To dream is to see beyond the ordinary, and to create is to bring that vision into the world. Dream-inspired creativity is not always clear or easy. Sometimes the images are fragmented, the ideas incomplete. A dream may provide only a single symbol, a fleeting phrase, or a vague feeling. Yet these fragments often carry deep significance. They are sparks that ignite the imagination, leading to creations far larger than the dream itself. In this way, dreams are like seeds, small in form but full of potential. They do not need to be complete to be powerful. The role of emotion in dream creativity cannot be overlooked. Many works of art, literature, and music are born from strong feelings experienced in dreams. A dream of loss may inspire a song of sorrow. A dream of joy may spark a painting filled with light. A dream of wonder may give birth to a story of discovery. Emotions in dreams are often amplified, and when carried into waking life, they fuel creativity with intensity. They provide the energy needed to shape visions into form. It is also true that creativity flows both ways. Just as dreams inspire art, art inspires dreams. A writer may dream of the characters they are creating. A painter may dream of the colors they work with. A musician may dream of melodies similar to those they have been practicing. This cycle reveals the deep connection between waking creativity and dreaming imagination. They are not separate but continuous, each feeding and enriching the other. Dreams also teach us about the value of strangeness in creativity. Many dream images defy logic. They may be unsettling, humorous, or surreal, yet these very qualities make them memorable and powerful. Creative minds often embrace the strange, finding inspiration in the unexpected. By stepping outside of ordinary patterns, dreams show us new possibilities. They remind us that creativity flourishes when we allow the unusual and the mysterious to have their place. As you listen tonight, consider how your own dreams may carry seeds of creativity. Perhaps you have dreamed of places that could inspire a story, or of melodies that could become music, or of images that could be drawn or painted. Perhaps you have dreamed of solutions to problems, small or large. Even if you do not think of yourself as an artist, your dreams remind you that imagination is always present, always alive. So as you drift into rest, trust that your subconscious mind may bring you visions not only of memory, but also of creation. Allow the dreams to unfold, carrying with them images, ideas, and emotions. Some may vanish at dawn, but others may remain, waiting for you to shape them into something new. In this way, dreams are gifts, quietly offered each night, reminding you of the creative spirit that lives within. Dreams are not only mirrors of memory and imagination, they are also tools for healing, for growth, and for restoring balance to the heart and mind. The subconscious uses the dream state as a safe space to process what feels too heavy, too confusing, or too painful in waking life. Within dreams, emotions find release, conflicts find symbolic expression, and the inner self finds ways to mend. This healing power of dreams is one of their most beautiful qualities, a reminder that sleep is not only rest for the body, but also care for the soul. Emotional healing is one of the most important roles of dreaming. Throughout the day, we carry feelings that are often too strong or too complicated to resolve in the moment. Fear, grief, anger, and longing may linger beneath the surface, waiting for space to be understood. Dreams provide that space. In their symbolic language, they replay and reshape experiences, allowing emotions to be felt and released. A dream of weeping may help soften grief. A dream of confrontation may allow anger to be expressed safely. A dream of reunion with someone lost may soothe loneliness. Even when painful, these dreams serve the purpose of healing, helping the subconscious to carry less weight. Nightmares are often misunderstood as merely negative, yet they can play an important role in emotional balance. By presenting fear in symbolic form, nightmares give the subconscious a way to process it. A dream of being chased may reflect anxieties the conscious mind tries to avoid. A dream of falling may symbolize insecurity or lack of control. Though such dreams are uncomfortable, They provide a release for fear, allowing the dreamer to confront emotions indirectly. In this way, nightmares are not punishments but attempts at healing, guiding the dreamer to recognize what needs attention. Recurring dreams also serve this purpose. When the subconscious repeats a dream, it is insisting that something unresolved requires care. These dreams may return night after night until the message is received. For example, a recurring dream of searching for something may reflect an ongoing sense of loss or longing. A recurring dream of being unprepared may symbolize persistent anxiety about performance or self-worth. By repeating, the subconscious continues to guide the dreamer toward growth, urging them to face and heal what lies beneath. Dreams also support healing by integrating memory. When we experience trauma, the memory can become fragmented, locked away in the mind. Dreams gently weave these fragments back into the whole, allowing them to be processed over time. This integration helps to soften the sharpness of painful experiences. Though the dreams may be intense, they are part of the natural process of recovery, as the subconscious seeks to restore balance and coherence to the self. Healing dreams are not always painful. Many are comforting, offering the dreamer experiences of safety, peace, and love. A dream of being held, of resting in a warm place, or of walking through a serene landscape can bring deep calm. These dreams remind the dreamer that healing is not only about facing pain, but also about receiving comfort. They serve as gentle medicine, restoring the heart with images of care and tenderness. Dreams of reunion with loved ones often bring this kind of healing. Even when the person has passed, the subconscious may create dreams where they return, offering comfort or simply presence. These dreams may not erase grief, but they can ease it, reminding the dreamer that love continues in memory and in spirit. For many, such dreams feel more real than ordinary dreams, leaving a lasting sense of peace. They are gifts from the subconscious, given when the heart needs them most. Growth is another dimension of dream healing. Dreams do not only process the past, they also prepare for the future. By rehearsing challenges in symbolic form, they strengthen the dreamer's ability to face them. A dream of standing before an audience may reflect anxiety, but it also gives practice. A dream of navigating difficult terrain may symbolize resilience, showing that the dreamer is capable of moving forward despite obstacles. These symbolic rehearsals help build confidence, offering the subconscious a way to strengthen the self. Dreams also encourage growth by presenting lessons in metaphor. A dream of climbing a mountain may symbolize persistence. A dream of crossing a bridge may symbolize transition. A dream of tending a garden may symbolize nurturing new aspects of life. These symbolic lessons encourage reflection, guiding the dreamer toward new insights and deeper understanding. The subconscious teaches in images, and the lessons remain, even if the dream itself fades. For some, dreams have even provided physical healing. Though mysterious, there are accounts of dreams inspiring changes in health, whether through guiding someone to seek care, inspiring new habits, or offering symbolic visions of the body's need. While such experiences cannot be explained fully, they highlight the deep connection between mind and body. The subconscious, aware of subtle signals, may use dreams to draw attention to physical needs, helping the dreamer to care for themselves more fully. Another way dreams heal is by restoring balance after stress. During busy days, the mind often carries tension. Sleep allows that tension to be released. Dreams help by providing symbolic experiences that counterbalance the stress. Someone who spends the day in rigid schedules may dream of freedom. Someone who feels isolated may dream of connection. Someone who feels powerless may dream of strength. These balancing dreams act as the subconscious adjusting the scales, ensuring that the inner world does not become overwhelmed. Dream healing is not always about solving problems, but about holding them gently. Sometimes, a dream does not provide an answer, but simply offers space to feel. A dream of wandering through a vast landscape may reflect the sense of searching without resolution. A dream of sitting silently with a figure may reflect the need for stillness. In such cases, the dream is not about fixing, but about accepting, about creating room for the heart to rest. Healing often begins not with solutions, but with acknowledgement, and dreams provide that space. As you rest tonight, your subconscious may guide you through dreams that bring healing, whether through release, comfort, balance, or growth. Some may be vivid and emotional, others gentle and soothing. You may not always understand them fully, but you can trust that they serve a purpose. They are part of the natural care your mind gives you, part of the way your inner self restores harmony. So let yourself drift, knowing that your dreams may be carrying you toward healing even as you sleep. Trust that the subconscious is tending to what needs care, shaping images and symbols that allow feelings to be processed and strength to be renewed. Whether you wake with clear memories or with only a lingering sense of peace, the work will have been done. And in that thought, you can rest more deeply, knowing that your dreams are not only stories, but medicine for the soul. As we reach the final step of this long journey through dreams and the subconscious, it is worth pausing to reflect on the path we have traveled. We have wandered through the mysteries of memory, imagination, emotion, culture, creativity, and healing, guided always by the quiet work of the mind at rest. From the first recognition that dreams are not random shadows but purposeful expressions, to the exploration of symbols, archetypes, and shared experiences, each part of this journey has revealed something profound about the hidden life within us. Dreams have shown themselves not only as stories of the night, but as companions of the soul, shaping who we are in ways both seen and unseen. When you think back on your own dreams, you may notice how they weave together fragments of your days with echoes of your deepest feelings. You may remember moments of joy that carried you into flights of imagination, or moments of sorrow that returned as symbolic landscapes, asking to be understood. Each dream, no matter how strange or fleeting, is a message from the subconscious, an attempt to balance, to guide, to remind. Dreams speak in their own language, not in words, but in images, sensations, and emotions. Yet the message always reaches us, even if only in the form of a lingering feeling upon waking. The subconscious itself remains a mystery, vast and quiet, like an ocean beneath the surface of the waking mind. We do not see it directly, yet we feel its presence in every dream, every intuition, every creative spark. It is the part of us that remembers all, that connects past and present, that carries not only our personal story, but also the echoes of humanity's collective story. To explore dreams is to explore this ocean, dipping into its depths and discovering treasures hidden within. Dreams also remind us of our place in the larger tapestry of life. Just as animals dream, just as cultures across time have honored dreams, so too do we dream, night after night, part of the same rhythm that unites all living beings. To dream is to be human, but it is also to be alive, to share in the universal mystery of consciousness. Dreams are threads that weave us together across time, across cultures, across species. They show us that imagination is not limited to one mind, but is part of the very fabric of existence. As we reach the close of this reflection, it is comforting to recognize that the work of dreams is ongoing. They will not end with this narration, nor do they need to. Each night, as you close your eyes, the subconscious will continue to guide you, to heal you, to inspire you. It will continue to shape stories that help you carry the weight of your emotions, that reveal hidden truths, that bring creativity and wonder into your life. Even when you do not remember them, dreams are still at work, quietly tending to your inner world. In this way, dreams remind us of the balance between mystery and understanding. Science has revealed much about the stages of sleep, the patterns of brainwaves, and the ways dreams help with memory and learning. Yet the meaning of dreams, their emotional depth, their symbolic richness, remains beyond complete explanation, and perhaps that is as it should be. Dreams are not only to be studied, but also to be lived. Their beauty lies in their mystery, in their ability to surprise us, to move us, to carry us into places we could not have imagined on our own. It is also worth remembering that dreams are not only about the night, but also about the day. They spill into waking life as inspirations, as moods, as subtle insights. They shape art, music, stories, and inventions. They influence choices, relationships, and growth. They remind us that imagination is always alive, whether we are asleep or awake. To honor dreams is to honor creativity itself, to recognize that we are not limited to what is visible, but are always connected to hidden possibilities. As you prepare to drift deeper into rest, think of how far this journey has taken you. You have explored the ways dreams reflect memory and learning, how they rehearse emotions and prepare for challenges, how they carry cultural wisdom and spiritual meaning, how they inspire art and invention, and how they heal the heart. Each step has shown that dreams are more than shadows of the night. They are teachers, guides, and companions. They are part of who you are, part of the story of your mind and spirit. And now, at the close of this exploration, you can let go of questions, let go of analysis, and simply rest in the knowledge that dreams are always with you. You do not need to control them or interpret them fully. You only need to receive them, to trust that they are serving their purpose. Tonight, as you close your eyes, your subconscious will begin its work again, weaving stories, shaping emotions, guiding you gently through the night. The beauty of dreams is that they never truly end. Even when you wake, they linger as feelings, as inspirations, as whispers of meaning. Even when forgotten, they have still done their work, tending to the hidden layers of your being. And tomorrow night and every night that follows, they will return, faithful companions of your rest. So let this be a gentle farewell, not to dreams themselves, but to the journey of reflection we have shared. The story of dreams is far larger than words can contain, and it will continue long after these words have ended. You are part of that story, carried into the great mystery each night, guided by the quiet wisdom of the subconscious. As you drift now, imagine yourself carried on a current, a river of dreams flowing softly through the night. Imagine the symbols rising like stars, the emotions like waves, the subconscious like the vast ocean beneath. You are safe in this river, safe in this ocean, safe in the care of your own inner mind. Let yourself surrender, let yourself rest, let yourself dream. And in the morning, you will return refreshed, renewed, and ready to step once more into the waking world, carrying with you the unseen gifts of the night. Sleep well, dream deeply, and know that in every dream you are exploring not only the mysteries of your mind, but also the vast, timeless mystery of being alive.